5:48, it's Elliot in the morning. Your phone number for everything. 866-2-ELLIOT. 866-235-5468. Hello, class.
Sound a little rough.
Oh, it's going. Yeah, it's going downhill. I gotta stay home.
Okay. I thought you said today was the marathon day.
Not from work. Well, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to pull that off. You know what? Like, when you first started getting sick, did you get like all not foggy in the head, but like you like almost like you felt like high in the head?
Okay. No.
Came
on like a regular cold.
Yeah, see, I'm not getting that. My throat is gone. That's a problem. Well, you know what? I haven't been home yet. I mean, not from last night, but every night I've been out this week. Yeah. So that's a problem. I had to go out again last night. Tonight I can't go. Although tonight's supposed to be the all-nighter, but there's no way I'll pull that off. There's no way. But like my head feels like, not foggy, but like I can't, anything can happen. Like I can't concentrate on anything. Yeah, I feel very ADHD today. See what I mean? Nothing's working. There is nothing working upstairs today. But no, other than that, all I got to do is make it through tomorrow, and then I'll be 100% good for the weekend. Only 5 hockey games that I have to drive to, so no, we'll be good. Not for me, Diane. But that's what you sign up for. That's what you end up having to do. Anyway, what did you end up doing yesterday?
We had a successful conference, which was good. Oh, Marley's school conference.
Oh, no, that's always good.
I don't know who her parents are, but she loves math and science. Like, really? All right.
No, well, that's awesome. That's good.
We kind of looked at each other funny when she was talking about that.
At that point, you just accept it, take it all in, and go, well, of course she does with all the experiments we do at home.
Awesome. Last I heard, she wanted to design dog clothes, but...
You know what? Don't mock.
I said, you know what? Hey,
Brett Michaels
has made a crap ton of money doing that.
He has done fine. No, you know the conversation I ended up in last night was was yesterday face plant day when we were talking about the face transplant, or was that the day before? Whatever it was. But the 2 days ago, yeah. So that had gone around, and I guess whoever I was talking to saw it yesterday. Did you see what the next big transplant thing's going to be? And not the whole head guy, where they're trying to do the whole head transplant. And I don't know why, but when I was talking to this guy about it yesterday, I just assumed that they were already capable of doing it. Voice transplants. Like for people who...
Do they just take out the vocal cords?
No, they're having to do it. They're doing it outside the body right now, where they're like creating a way to make, not fake, but yeah, I guess fake vocal cords. And then be able to blow air over them. That's how your vocal cords work, Diane. Let me get a quick science lesson here. Mm-hmm. Marley can explain it to you later. No, but you have your vocal cords, which are really just like tissues and tendons and stuff that are kind of stretched out. And then as wind comes across them,
smoke.
That's what is the methane. That is what comes across, and then that's what makes the vibration, and that's what gives you your voice. So they found a way now to start making them outside the body. And then doing that, they blow air over it, and it makes noise. But wouldn't you always have assumed that there's already voice transplants?
No.
Really?
It seems very advanced.
It does, but they just put a brand new face on a dude.
Yeah, but to me, I can visualize a face. It's a material thing.
Right.
When it comes to the senses.
Right.
It's beyond my comprehension.
Okay, but your voice isn't a
someone
sense.
Like you can explain it to me.
Right, exactly.
Well, I'm just talking about sight and sound.
Right.
And touch and even speech. Like, to me, that's not something that you can't visualize it.
Right. No, okay, I'll give you that. Like, that makes sense to me. But I just feel like they would be able to take, they cut me right here, and then they would just, rip out this section. And then they would shove it into somebody else's throat, and you'd be good to go.
So you could have them manipulate it to make it sound any way you want?
Oh, that I don't know.
Beats the hell out of a kazoo.
People who have a crushed larynx or who get cancer. Oh, of course. You would take that over the number 3. Yeah. Although I've heard some people's accents. I might take the kazoo over some accents. Over some, yeah, I might do that.
Like what kind of accent?
Upper Midwest, Philly. Oh. Some of those accents get to be a little bit rough, where you might consider the kazoo. But you know what? That's a good question though. If you took my voice box, like my vocal cords, and put them in your body, would you sound like me?
Well, does it depend on the vocal folds?
Oh.
I don't know.
No, but you know what I mean? Like if let's say, for example, Diane crushed her larynx.
Yeah.
And then you took my vocal folds and you put them in Diane's. Yeah, you would sound like me.
I would imagine you could, yeah. I mean, for the most part, I'm sure there's ways to change that if you
like
want
the sound would sound like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you would still say things your way, but the sound would sound like me. So it would be your words, but it would just sound like me. Like you're not going to change and start speaking like you're not going to elevate your vocabulary just because you have my vocal cords.
True.
You're not going to start saying sentences differently because you have my vocal cords. So it would still be your speech. It would just sound like me.
Six Gill.
Let's hear it as you.
Give me the Six Gill. See,
you're too scratchy right now.
Yeah, no, honestly, it sound, but it doesn't hurt, but it does sound like I've been eating on like glass or something like that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on in there, but isn't that? I feel like that's what is that? What was that?
That's the vocal cords.
Was that my vocal fold?
The larynx. Isn't that awful? Because when you look at it quickly, it doesn't look like that.
No, you know what it looks like. Hey, Cugini.
Diane, say that. Let's hear how that sounds in your voice.
Cugini.
No,
Diane,
it sounds like you're talking.
You talk a little mouse.
Stupid.
Six Gill.
But isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah, it's certainly fascinating.
I would have thought they were doing that already, though. I would have thought that you would have been able to do that. And I can't remember. I read something not too long ago. It's 6 months ago, where they were talking to people if you could change, like, because people hear their voices. Like, so you hear your voice differently than other people hear your voice?
Yeah.
No, that's true.
I mean, like, I cut my ear all the time.
Pardon me?
Which allows me to hear it.
Cup.
What did you think I said?
Cut.
Yeah.
No, I cup it so you hear it a little bit differently, how it may be heard by others.
Is that when you're speaking or singing?
No, that's like him pretending he's in the recording studio.
Oh, that's how I drive my car.
Wait, I don't understand. Wait, cupping my ear doesn't make me sound any good.
Like Gary Owens used to do.
Sweet reference.
Yep.
No, that makes it sound. What's the word I'm looking for? Makes it sound like you almost are listening like
in a tunnel.
It's hollow. Like my low end, my balls aren't down in the cup. Like that, I'm not hearing.
Is that what you were going for?
No. But
no, I know what you're saying. Have you ever listened back to a voicemail that you've left?
Yeah, but see, you
oh
guys,
my God.
No, but you guys don't
Horrified.
count. No, you guys don't count because you have headphones on. So every day you hear your voice in headphones. Most people don't have that.
When I listen back to a voicemail, it's as if I've never heard my voice before.
Really?
Because I hit retry.
Oh, yeah.
And I go, hey, Joe, just checking in.
Higher than you'd like.
Wait, so you still think you sound differently on tape versus like when you hear yourself?
Absolutely.
But you wear headphones every day.
Yeah, so?
I hear myself talk more
that's
through headphones than
But that's
not.
like background. You're not, for the most part, you're not paying attention to that.
To what? How my voice
You're
sounds?
not like concentrating with headphones on how your voice sounds.
Yeah, but it sounds the exact same if I talk into a cell phone.
I don't think so.
Because of the damage the headphones have done
That could be.
to our
ears.
ability to
That could
hear.
be.
What?
No, but they say most people when they hear their voice, like whether it's a voicemail or somehow on tape or something, that they don't like how they sound because it sounds differently. So, like, for example, you hear when you talk, forget headphones. When you talk, I hear it with my ears. But you hear your own voice through the vibration on the inner ear and then a little bit that trails around to the side. That's why it sounds different when somebody else.
Than if you hear it on tape.
Exactly. So because then you're just hearing all ear. You got no vibration. So, but most people said that if given the option, they would change their voice.
Yeah, I mean, I can think of.
I wouldn't do that.
Just for like speaking voices that you've heard over the years where you're like, wow, that person's got a
yes, if
voice.
I could go get Liev Schreiber's voice or Lander's voice, I would do that in a second. Oh, Rick Dees.
You wouldn't take that. That's more
I would take that voice.
Inflection than anything.
I would take that voice to get my Jag from Beverly Hills. No, I
That's
would do
rough
that.
today.
Yeah.
It's growly.
Yeah, I can't do it today. I can't do that.
Oh, it's like Rick has a cold.
Never. No, but
What's
you
your
wouldn't.
temperature? Have you taken your temperature, Rick?
Oh, it's 98 degrees. Oh, on Kiss. No, but I believe that most people would change it, but they shouldn't. But it's just because it sounds different to them. Yours shouldn't sound different to you, by the way, because you sit with them on. You hear your voice all day.
Doesn't matter.
All day you hear your voice.
I don't. I affect it for air. It's a character.
But anyway, back to my thing. I would have thought that they were already capable of doing voice transplants. They can do everything else. I mean, they're going to do a guy's head. They're going to lop off a dude's
head. They can't yet. That's the thing. Everything is sort of in development.
Okay, they took off a guy's face.
Yeah, but there's only been 24 since the 80s.
That's a lot to me. That's a lot.
See, with the...
That's one a year?
Yeah, but think about how many people are in need of such a transplant.
Okay, but 24 people have gotten a face. Nobody's gotten a voice.
And it's probably a limited number of specialists who are capable of doing that.
Well, right now the answer is 0. I mean, none of them can do it, or it would have been done.
No, for the face transplants. That's why there's been so few.
Well, it also takes a long time.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, that
last
guy was 26 hours.
Yeah, no. But I don't know why. I just would have assumed that they're already doing voice transplants.
Give me a day and 2 hours, and I'll give you 26 hours.
And you could do somebody's voice?
No, I'm just saying. Yes, it takes a long time, but
Right.
when you think about the course of 30 years, 26 hours is
nothing.
pretty minimal.
Yeah, no, it's nothing. I'll give you that. Hi, Elliot. In the morning. Wow. Hello.
Me?
Yeah, hi. Who's this?
Well, yeah, this is James.
Hey, what's up, James?
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about recording your voice. When I was probably about 8 years old, I was actually listening to Wings, the song Jet, thinking I could sing.
Right.
I recorded myself, and that kind of ruined me for ever wanting to sing in front of anybody.
Now,
When I played it back, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, no, that's rough. Like, I can't sing. Like, I've heard myself trying to sing. I can't sing. Now, I can sing, like, with, like, music. I can sing along with. Like,
Well, anybody can do that.
No. Like, I can harmonize really well. But
Oh,
in turn,
really? All right, I'm going to sit down.
No, I feel like in the car.
I need you to download the acapella app.
I can't do acapella. I can't do acapella.
Oh, but you said you could harmonize.
Yeah, but you need to hear everything else with it. If you just isolate my lyrics,
I'll be the first square, and you be the next 8.
No. If you just isolate my lyrics, it won't sound good. You have to hear it with everything else.
I know. I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I can't do the other 8.
Why? You said you could harmonize.
I need to be one. I need to be one. And
you just said
else
you
be
can't be the first one.
I could be.
None of them.
No. I could be Soren to David. I could do that.
But he's doing stuff by himself. He's not just harmonizing.
Yeah, but he's with the music, and it all goes in tune and everything. I could do that.
So you can play guitar and sing.
Can't play guitar. I can't play guitar.
It's okay to not be able to sing.
Yeah, no, I don't sing well. Everybody can sing. Everybody can sing.
Well, sure, everybody has the ability, but
That's not true. I just talked about people who have no voice.
Okay,
They can't sing.
all right. But for those who do, I think it's just like not everybody can. Everybody at some point thinks they can, but not everybody can.
I could get up and duet with somebody, but I couldn't pull off lead. I'd have to be the background. I'd have to be the background on
Let me
that.
hear some oohs.
The ooh.
He's sick today.
Hey, but like for example, like switching voices. This guy's got a good. What's your name, sir?
James.
James got a good voice. I'd take his voice in a second.
I know an old recording of
not
him.
If you heard it on a recording.
There you go.
Yeah, but you were a kid. That's different.
Yeah, but he also can't. So what? I can't sing. But if I had to take a voice, he's got a very nice voice. No, James has a very, very nice, a little country, but it is.
There's that accent you had a problem with.
No,
That's more northern though. That you said you had. No, not him.
No, he's fine.
No.
He sounds great. He sounds great. Say potato.
Potato.
Beautiful.
Oh, if you said potato.
Yeah, well, or potato, then I'm out. All right, dude. Hey, listen, I appreciate the phone call. Thank you, my friend.
No problem.
All right, let me do this. We got a lot of stuff that we got to get through today, so let me get one quick break. We'll come back, lay everything out for you next. So anyway, Fisher Stevens will be on with us a little bit later on this morning. His movie's great, though. It's called Racing Extinction. It'll have its premiere December 2nd on Discovery. So we'll talk to him later. I do have more tickets for you to go see Garth Brooks. Keep in mind, tickets for that show will go on sale tomorrow for 2 shows at the Royal Farms Arena. So we'll give you those tickets when we get to Diane's Dirt. The other thing that we mentioned yesterday where tickets will go on sale is our friends at Guar are doing a New Year's Eve show with XL 102, our station in Richmond. Those tickets will also go on sale tomorrow. So a ton of stuff going on. Easiest way to keep up with everything, Facebook.com/EITM online. Anyway, Diane, let's get going with some news, please.
Belgian authorities conducting 6 raids at various locations around Brussels today in relation to one of the Paris attackers. They were targeting people connected to Bilal Hadfi, who was one of the bombers who blew themselves up Friday outside the soccer stadium in the suburbs of Paris. There was also the Daily Mail getting a lot of attention after they released footage of one of the terrorists shooting up a restaurant.
Did you watch it?
On Friday, yeah.
It's not as, this sounds horrible to say, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Right.
It's terrifying.
Yeah. It's scary more than anything because especially when you see,
disgusting.
The rifle jam and those, women run away. So,
well, those women dive behind.
Yeah.
So you get it. There's a couple of video cameras a couple of video cameras from inside this restaurant, this cafe. And you see it from a couple, I think the video's like 2.5 minutes, whatever it is. But you see the shooting take place from a couple of different angles. And one of them you can see very clearly. He's outside the cafe and he starts firing into the restaurant. Well, there's people outside in front of the restaurant, like sitting outside outdoors and eating. And they dive on the ground, like they jump on the ground underneath the table, which anybody would do. And you see the gunman kind of walk away for a second and then come back into the picture. And he walks over and stands above the 2 women that dove on the ground. And you see the rifle literally pointed straight down at these women. Mm-hmm. And then he walks away again. And when that was there, I was like, holy crap, this I can't see. And he walks away and those 2 women get up and they bolt. And all I can think is like,
cheated death.
And it seems, and it's not that long, but you feel like you're watching it for an hour. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh my God, time does not move. And yeah, you cheated death. I mean, you lived. The gun jammed. I don't even know how that happens.
After that big raid that went on for several hours early yesterday morning in Saint Denis, where some 5,000 rounds of ammunition were fired, they are still trying to go through and get DNA testing done on different parts that were found in the rubble to see if the one of the people who was killed was Abdelhamid Aboud.
Right. And, well, there's some sources that are talking to different news outlets, the European news outlets, saying that it definitely is him. Mm-hmm. They're just double-checking everything. So I feel like the responsible thing that everybody's going with is until you get the official word. But at least sources there are saying that it's him. I also didn't realize the woman that blew herself up mm-hmm. in the building, it was his cousin.
Wow.
So she was standing there when the cops came running in, and she just ignited, blew herself up. But they said they exploded so much crap in that building, they collapsed an entire floor.
It's amazing.
They collapsed an entire floor in that. Good for them.
New image has surfaced online of the bomb that was hidden in a soda can that ISIS says was responsible for downing that Russian airliner over Egypt late last month. You can see a can, and explosive experts are saying there's a blasting cap and an electric initiator. I guess there's 2 camps because some people are saying it could have been manually detonated on the plane by somebody who was a passenger or detonated with some sort of timer. So there's differing camps there, but I guess it's a Schweppes can,
right,
that is commonly sold in that part of the world.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it'd be the same as if you walked in and got like a Schweppes ginger ale here.
Yeah. A new Bloomberg poll found that a majority, 53% of Americans, are opposed to plans to accept 10,000 Syrian refugees in the United States. They said pretty much split along party lines. 69% of Republicans are opposed. 46% of Democrats want to let the refugees in. 36% of Democrats are opposed. One Democrat is getting a lot of attention. That is the Democratic mayor of Roanoke, Virginia, David Bauer.
Did he step in it yesterday?
Who was suggesting that the Syrians who are brought into the United States should be placed in internment camps like they were using for Japanese Americans during World War II.
And whoops, banana peel.
He wrote, I'm reminded that President Roosevelt felt compelled to sequester foreign nationals after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, and it appears that the threat of harm to America from ISIS now is just as real and serious as that from our enemies then. Obviously, people went crazy over that online. One of them, George Takai, who's got quite a following on Facebook and Twitter, said, I was one of them, and my family and I spent 4 years in prison camps because we happened to look like the people who bombed Pearl Harbor. It's my life's mission to never let such a thing happen again in America. And obviously, it was several years later, or several years ago, that the government issued a formal apology and also paid reparations to former internees and their heirs. 4.7 magnitude earthquake struck Oklahoma this morning, centered in Cherokee, Oklahoma, but they said it was felt as far east as Tulsa. There were reports of people feeling it rumbling in Kansas. No reports of an injury.
By the way, Oklahoma is the new, it is the earthquake capital of America now. Like it used to be out west.
I thought it was the world.
Oh, is it the world?
That's what they said. I mean, the numbers that they were citing, because I saw that article you were talking about. Oklahoma now the top earthquake-prone area in the world because they say because of all of the fracking that has gone on. They said Oklahoma went from 2 earthquakes a year before 2009 to like 2 a day.
Wait, give me that again. 2 a year before 2009?
Right. Now they have 2 a day.
Right.
They said this year, roughly 700 earthquakes of a magnitude 3 or higher have been recorded in Oklahoma.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
That's a ton.
Of all the places.
That's a ton.
Yeah.
3 or higher. I mean, 3, you feel a 3. It's not massive, but you could feel a 3.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not even counting. That's 700 over a 3.
Yeah.
That doesn't take into account
tiny aftershocks.
The 2s, the 1s.
Yeah.
Wow.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration said that October was very hot, with a global temperature that at 58.8 degrees was the hottest on record over the old numbers. Scientists blaming
I'll point that out to Fisher-Stevens later.
Strong El Nino and global warming for that. Big day today for former Subway man Jared Fogle, as he is due to formally plead guilty and be sentenced on charges of trading child pornography and paying for sex with minors. His lawyers are hoping for a 5-year term. Prosecutors are going for more like 12 and a half, but they said the judge could end up throwing the book at him, and he could be looking at 50 years.
Yeah, and I was reading about the judge, who's relatively new. I think he's held his position for about 5 years. They were saying that in previous cases where there's kind of been a window that he can choose from, he's always tended to go higher than lower. So they were trying to figure out, well, does that mean that he'll go, somewhere in the 10 to 12 range, or will he throw the book and go 48 to 50? Who knows? But he does tend to go harsher on sentences.
We're also expected to hear from some psychiatrists and psychologists testifying on Fogle's behalf about some sort of medical issues that he is facing.
Oh, you come up with anything to give yourself as comfy a ride as possible.
Yeah. Walmart apparently having a hard time keeping some sweet potato pies on their shelves that were created by not only singer but also cookbook author Patti LaBelle, ever since a viral video of a guy raving about the pies ended up getting so much attention online.
You've been truthful like Patti LaBelle after eating this. Go to Walmart and buy the Patti LaBelle pie.
He's funny. James Wright is his name, posting the video, and it started to get a ton of attention, and that is why Walmart cannot keep them on the shelves. People are selling them on eBay, too.
Shut up.
Because apparently you got to go to eBay to buy a sweet potato pie.
Did you know that Patti LaBelle had pies out?
Not until I saw that video.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I mean, she definitely has...
Eats.
Well, she's not that... I think you're thinking of, like, bigger Patti LaBelle. She's a lot skinnier now.
No, who's Silkworm? Who's Silkworm Arms? Is that Aretha? Who am I thinking of?
I think you're thinking of Aretha.
Okay, maybe that's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
maybe.
with
That
the
sounds
hat
bad.
and
That
with
sounds
the-
bad, Elliot.
With the hat and everything. She's obviously known more for her singing career, but she's also, gotten on the crusade of, healthier cooking and things like that. But apparently people love these pies.
The sweet potato pie.
But they were impossible to move. That's what all the reports say. These things just sat on shelves.
Until
this guy.
This video came out at the end of last week, and then they started flying.
Wow.
Soup ending after 22 years. Joel McHale's final episode will be airing on December 18th. They've gone through a whole barrage of hosts over the years.
Who was the first one?
Kinnear. They said then it was Talk
Soup, right?
In
with
1991, and then you had
was he the first?
Yeah,
Greg Kinnear went number one.
John Henson,
right? Like him.
Hal Sparks.
Yeah, vaguely remember that.
I don't think he was very long. Aisha Tyler,
love her.
I think she had a pretty short tenure too.
Wasn't that long?
Yeah,
but McHale's been doing it forever.
Yeah,
I forgot about Greg Kinnear.
Yeah,
damn it.
Scott thinks it's a conspiracy by the Kardashians to get this show off television.
Okay, get out of here.
They own that channel, Diane.
They helped me move my workout bench back inside.
Jaguars hosting Thursday Night Football tonight, taking on the Tennessee Titans. Obviously, security is going to be heightened tonight, asking fans to arrive early. If you got to bring a bag in, make sure it's clear.
Right.
Expect to stand in some lines tonight. You can watch it on the NFL Network. Also, Redskins injured running back Silas Redd suspended for the next 4 games for violating the league's substance abuse policy. He won't miss any games, but he will lose 4 weeks of checks.
Yeah. No, he's out on injured reserve. He's done for the year, but he just won't get paid. What a moron.
Also, Sam Bradford's MRI showing he has a separated shoulder after he got knocked out of Sunday's game against the Dolphins. So they're going through the regular concussion protocol for him, most expecting him to miss this week's game against Tampa Bay. So that means Mark Sanchez instead.
He'll play again.
Evgeny Kuznetsov scoring 45 seconds into OT last night to
You're goddamn right he did.
Giving the Capitals a 2-1 win over the Red Wings. They are back in action tonight at home against Jamie Benn and the Dallas Stars.
Oh, we might have to call Jamie later today. I forgot about that.
The league said don't do that anymore. Also, the Cy Young Award winners were handed out yesterday to honor the best pitchers. In the American League, your honor went to Dallas Keuchel from the Astros.
Let's call him Keuchel.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
let's call him Keuchel. He's not Jewish.
Okay. Also, Jake Arrieta beating out Clayton Kershaw and Zach Greinke to win the award. On the other side, you'll see the MVP awards handed out. Bryce Harper considered to be the front runner to win on the National League side.
Yeah, then on the American League side, it could be Josh Donaldson, could be Mike Trout. So the American League side, there's still a little debate, but everybody thinks Harper walks away with it on the National League side.
Rockets got rid of Kevin McHale yesterday. Former assistant coach J.B. Bickerstaff has been named the interim head coach there, and the 76ers have now lost 12 in a row.
There you go.
As they fell to Indiana 112-85 last night, so they have still not won a game this season. That is a look at news and sports.
You, sir?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. Rich, what did you end up doing last night?
A friend of mine rode his Jeep yesterday, and I took him to the pharmacy to get a handful of good meds, but he was allergic to them.
Right.
His throat actually swelled shut. I had to take him to the hospital a second time.
Dude, that sucks. What an inconvenience.
Right.
For being a good friend.
Hey, dude, well, I'm assuming, is he okay? I mean, I'm sure you got him taken care of. He's fine, right?
Yeah, he's doing good today.
Yeah. How bad is that Jeep, though? Oh, you need to turn that radio down. Although it's Hagerstown, they may just be getting there. Hey, is his Jeep all messed up?
What's that?
Wait, hold on one second.
More importantly,
what
about the restaurant?
Oh, man, you know what? But he can't hear me. Hey, are you there?
I can hear you.
Yeah, there you are. Hey, have you been to Permani Brothers yet?
Permenti Brothers. No, I have not.
Yeah.
But my girlfriend actually works next door at Red Robin.
Oh, no. Ooh. Get an application. Get an app in.
Yeah, she heard they had to work out some kinks, I guess, of opening up a new business yet.
Oh, wait, what happened?
Together.
Oh, really? Yeah, well, you know what? We're on a learning curve. It is the first one into Maryland, so they're on a bit of a learning curve. Yeah, all right, very good.
Give it a couple weeks, and it'll probably be pretty good.
You said that's your girlfriend. Can I ask you, may I ask you a personal question?
I don't know if I want to go here with you.
No. I'm not going to ask you anything bad like that. This is a girlfriend. Have you been married before?
I have been married before.
Okay, can I ask you something about that?
No problem. What's up?
I was reading the story. I don't know that anybody knows the name Russell Branyan. He used to be a baseball player, and so I was reading about what happened with him. He lives down in Nashville. After you got divorced from your wife, did she ever try to break into your house?
Did she ever try to break into my? No, she did not.
Did you ever try to break into her house?
No, I did not.
Excellent. All right, very good. I'm happy to hear that. All right, dude. Well, listen, hold tight 1 second for me. Kaylee's going to get some info from you, and I'll give you a pair of tickets. You will go see 21 Pilots in concert. Hold tight 1 second, all right, dude?
Sounds good.
Hey, you got it, Rich. Hold on 1 second for me, please. So I was reading Russell Brandon's story, which, by the way, I bet that happens all the time. There's something in there, though, that doesn't make sense to me.
If the person you're getting divorced from is, like, holding on to something that you think is rightfully yours.
Right. I mean, my mom did that. Not to my dad, but to her second husband.
What was she holding on to?
She wasn't holding on to anything.
Oh.
He was holding on to some of her stuff.
Oh.
So we broke into the house and went to go get stuff.
Which, how many times has your mom been married?
Only twice.
Oh, okay.
But she was, I'm trying to remember, was she married to him when we did it? She was with him for a while, then they broke up, and then she got back together with him and got married. Then they got divorced, but then they like hooked up again. So, like, there was multiple times with the same guy, but they were only married once.
Is there an amnesty window where breaking in is okay?
You know what was weird, though? The cops were pretty cool about it.
You got caught.
The cops came. Yeah.
In the act?
I was in the house, yeah.
Your idea or hers?
Well, it was her idea. I didn't want to go.
Well, given your thuggy past, I didn't know.
No.
How old were you?
How old was I? I was in high school.
And the cop showed up?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it was horrible. I didn't get in trouble.
So is it the classic case of, like, flashlight in your face, hands up?
Oh, no. It was daytime.
Oh.
It was daytime.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was daytime. And I mean, listen.
Is that your first mistake?
No, you know what the mistake was?
And wearing, like, break clothing.
Thinking that he wouldn't come home while we were breaking into the house. So the cop showed up, then he showed up. And then
the cop showed up first?
Yes.
So who called the cops? Him?
That I don't know.
Oh.
When I was having my discussions with the police, I didn't ask,
hey, who called?
Who's the narc? Who's the narc of all of that? By the way, am I the only one whose parent has driven them over as a kid over to a house to break in?
Was it just the two of you?
Yeah, it was just the two of us.
Where's your sister?
She was already in college.
Where's your boys?
So she didn't recruit your friends?
No, but that
did she date your friends?
She danced with one of my friends.
Well, I don't want my boyfriend to get involved.
I'm surprised she didn't like get your whole moccasin brigade to come in.
No. I was still very tight with the moccasin brigade.
They're like thieves.
No, they try to avoid the police, so they're not going to go break into a house.
How did you break in?
Rock through a window, right through the front window.
Damn.
Yeah.
Subtle.
Did you try
front window, daylight?
Like the back door first?
No.
Oh, like your plan was break the window.
Yes. Right through the front window.
And do you wonder why you got caught?
No, I didn't care. Like that was like the weird.
Most times people are breaking in, they're hoping not to get caught.
So when you guys were going over the strategy,
definitely the plan was not to get caught.
Then why did you do front window middle of the day?
To get in and get out.
Oh, she wanted you for your baseball arm. But when she was was there a plan, or was it you flew by the seat of your pants?
Here was the only no. I made a plan for myself early on, but there was no plan in terms of the break-in. Here's where it got weird was that because my mom and the guy were both they both owned the house. So in the divorce, they were still in the process of getting all that taken care of. Listen, I was young, so and I haven't been divorced as an adult, but I don't know, like, in terms of like getting names off of the title or whatever it is for the house. So when the cops showed up, one of the arguments that my mom went with is, I still own this goddamn house. And so and listen, and I'm sure a cop would tell you that. And by the way, an ex breaking into a house, I don't think is that uncommon. But you realize, and when the cops rolled up, and first we were in there, and that's why when we went through the window, she told the cops, well, this is my house too, and then started the explanation of how she had just gotten divorced from this piece of garbage, and then he came home, and he was not happy that I was there. He was also not happy that my mom was there. But it was that turned out to be a whole S show. But that was the time that I wrote my name or his name in my pocket and shoved it in. That was part of my plan.
In case
something bad happened to me, I was telling
really
the police.
Bad.
Yeah, I was telling the police who hurt me. Like, that note was in my pocket already. I saw that in a movie once, and I thought, you know what? I may need that one day. So I did. I wrote a note and said, my name is Elliot, the person who hurt me is, and I wrote his name down. I shoved that in my pocket.
See, I've never seen that in a movie, but I have seen criminals put together plans in movies.
My mom wasn't that good at putting that plan together. But
so
anyway.
what did you didn't get like any like charges filed against you? Or?
No, because my friend Pedro, who went on to be a judge, the second it all went downhill, and like the cops looked at me and they were like, "This isn't we get what's going on here." I called Pedro, and Pedro came and picked me up at that. The cops let me go. Pedro came and picked me up at the house.
Okay.
I don't know where my mom left at some point. She didn't go to jail. I don't know what happened there, but once I was gone, I was gone.
That's amazing.
That's a good mother-son bonding story.
Was that like the last time you aided her in anything like that?
No. I mean, in like
B&E?
In breaking the law, yes. That was the last time I aided her in breaking into somebody's house. But she wanted to get her stuff back. But that's when, remember I told you, that's when we were in the house, that's where she saw that he engraved into the furniture.
That's this story?
Yeah.
But you never told us it was
part of a break-in?
Yeah. In the context of...
But that's where she found out that
B&E.
that he had engraved bad things into the furniture. Yeah, no, he wasn't a good guy. He wasn't a good guy at all. Anyway, I feel like I got totally sidetracked.
Totally okay.
Where am I going, Kaylee?
Well, who's this Russell guy?
So Russell Branyan used to be a Major League Baseball player. He bounced around. Like he wasn't very famous or well known, but he was a Major League Baseball player. So anyway, he lives in Nashville and ended up getting divorced. Well, he just got busted. But there's something very specific in the police report that's very odd to me. And like I said, I don't think it's that unusual to hear an ex break into, like an ex-wife or an ex-husband break into their ex-spouse's house. I really don't think that's that uncommon. Maybe it is. In my mind, it isn't. Anyway, he was charged with felony aggravated burglary for breaking into his ex-wife's house. Russell, who had owned a home in nearby Franklin, Tennessee, committed the burglary. So anyway, he broke into the house and he took some stuff out of the house. It doesn't say what he stole. I'm sure like there's a detailed report. But here's the part that's weird. The victim of the burglary is Branyan's ex-wife, Jill. It's unclear when the two got divorced, but the paperwork, blah, 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 that's all fine. That's all fine. He broke into her house. She was sleeping. He stole some things. And here's the part that I don't understand. Turned down the thermostat.
As like an FU, like, yeah, good, she'll wake up cold.
What I don't understand, like, why does that have to get pointed out?
Is he still paying the electric?
No. But you know what I mean? Like,
Where is this?
Franklin, Tennessee. So Nashville, the suburb of Nashville.
So he wasn't trying to freeze the pipes.
No. Like, but it's so intentional that something doesn't seem right.
But go through the things he did.
Okay, he made entry into the residence of the victim. The defendant and victim are divorced. The victim is the legal resident of the house. So I don't know if they're still in the process of selling it or whatever the case is, but the judge ruled she gets the house, you go live elsewhere, and then you'll figure that out or whatever the case is. Fine. The defendant entered while the victim was asleep. My mom and I were smart. We went daytime and removed various items from the home. And then, and this gets pointed out, the defendant also tampered with the thermostat inside the house, making it extremely cold.
So it sounds like he did as much as he could, or as he thought he could, without being detected.
What's the point in making it cold? Like, is that, what's the FU there?
Make the person uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You just broke into the house,
Maybe-
you're stealing stuff, and you're leaving. Who's stopping at the thermostat?
Maybe that was like one of their, token arguments they always had about the temperature that they kept. And he was like, yeah, get her.
The defendant has acknowledged that he removed items from the residence. They would like them to return. The events all took place in Davidson County, Tennessee. What's the thermostat thing? I will say this. I only had one experience of breaking into a house, and at no point did I go, hey, Mom, where's the thermostat? I'd like to make it cold. Like, you know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, think about
it's so deliberate.
He's not a career criminal, but think about like calling cards. They're not necessarily the most heinous of acts, but they're done just as the final FU.
Okay, you take a tish in somebody's toilet, you eat their food, you run their... But yes, I always do that when I break in. This is the first time he's broken into her house.
I know, but I'm saying though, it's along the same lines. I got the stuff I wanted.
Right. Oh, and
now let me take this from you.
You know what? Now put on a blanket.
That's right.
It's so deliberate.
It's got to be a combination of things. Maybe he is still paying the electric, and he's pissed because she's been running it like crazy.
He made it colder.
Right. So he's not paying heat.
Yeah, but he's
going to have to pay for we're running the air conditioner. If anything,
cool.
Yeah.
Turn it off. Like if you're worried about having to pay the electric, turn it off. And by the way, if she's the legal resident, he's not paying that. Well, I don't know what the divorce decree says.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for that. But you know what I mean? Like I don't buy that because then you're costing yourself more money.
Yeah, I think the money argument falls flat. It's more a calling card. Well, a single event calling card.
Every marathon starts with a step. So this is his new thing. Should he go into a career
I don't think
criminal,
he's going to start breaking
into other houses.
Into others, but I think that
the house is cold. Branyan!
It's that final act that really is insignificant to an outsider.
But it's not even
but funny to him.
So she would always walk around the house going, oh, Russell, I'm so cold. I have to sleep in sweats.
I'll give you cold.
You want cold, bitch? Click.
Doesn't even need to be any sort of history or precedent. Just like, because she was in the house sleeping, right?
Yeah, she was asleep.
Yeah. Might wake her up this way.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. So why can't my theory be strange?
Where am I going, Kaylee? Line 5? Hi, Elliot, in the morning.
Hey, bud.
Hey, who's that?
Yeah. This is Eric.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Yeah, no, it is seriously like an FU move. The thing is that, like my wife's one of them. She hates it when I turn the thermostat down.
Right.
She's like one of those people that if you touch it, she goes aggro. Like she absolutely, that's one of those things she just loses. She's like, you can turn it down 3 degrees and she knows. Like she just walks in and knows it. She probably had a serious issue with it, and it was like a last walkout, and was like, yep, here you go. For you.
Now, wait a minute. Are you still married or are you divorced?
No, I'm still married.
You're still married.
18 years.
Right. You'll get divorced, you touch that thermostat, though.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I could definitely see. I'd probably have to sleep on the couch for the next month.
That's ridiculous. All right, dude. Hey, listen, I appreciate the phone call. Thank you, my friend. Line 6. Hi, Elliot, in the morning.
Hey, Elliot.
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Hey, doing good. When I got divorced from my money sponge, that was like my thing right there. I turned it down because I knew she would never figure it out and it would run that electric bill up. And I found out later it froze it over, and she ended up having to pay to have it repaired because it ran so long. It froze itself over. She ended up spending the money just to have it fixed. So it was kind of a win-win for me.
So when you were packing your stuff up and leaving the house, you knew I'm going to watch what I do.
Yes, exactly. Because I came home from deployment and found her living with another guy. So it was way back. You know, I had bad feelings towards her.
Sure.
And I'm like, you know what? F you. And I did everything I could leaving that house to make her life miserable.
Did you tish on the walls?
No, but if you take shrimp, I lived down in Mississippi at the time. You take shrimp peels and put them up in the curtain tube, and I know it sounds old. Yeah, that smell. It was like 3 months later, my one son told me, he said she went ape
trying to find the smell in the house.
Oh, yeah, no,
Never
listen.
could.
I did that.
And I know that was on the internet, and I thought, oh, she'll find it.
Yeah, no problem at all. I did that to the sales department at one point. They had to bring in industrial fans to try to blow the smell out of the building. No, that's a good move. That's a good move. By the way, and see, but here's the part that I don't understand is how long does it take to freeze up the pipes? Because wouldn't you just be cold?
No, not freeze the pipes. Freeze the air conditioner unit
freeze
itself.
the unit. Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
If you put it on, like I cranked it down to 60 to where it will run constantly. And if it's a little bit low on Freon, it will freeze itself over, and then after a while, it'll stop running. It'll burn itself up.
By the way, note
60.
to self. Note to self. Dude, that. By the way, that sounds comfortable to me.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Hey, listen, I appreciate the phone call. Thank you, my friend.
Absolutely. Smell my face.
Smell it good. Thank you, sir. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, Elliot.
Yes.
This is Charlie from Traver County, and that last caller was absolutely right. Turning that air conditioning down will definitely freeze it up, and on top of it, burn out the compressor. And you're talking hundreds to thousands of dollars to get replaced.
So Brandon knew what he was doing. So that is a really good calling card.
Oh, most definitely. If you've got a grudge on somebody and they're not too keen on, air conditioning system, oh, yeah, you can definitely get over on them, and they will not even have a clue.
That's pretty smart. I had no idea. Don't you feel, hey, thank you, sir. Don't you feel like you learned something today?
But not too keen on air conditioning systems. Wouldn't you wake up and go, I'm freaking freezing. I'm going to go look at the thermostat.
Well, no, but that's what I was trying to find out. How long does it take before that happens?
I think it would wake me up. I'd be so cold.
No, you would just pull a blanket on yourself. You didn't wake up yesterday when the kissing bugs were eating your lips. No, you know what I mean? Like, if it only takes an hour, then you wouldn't recognize it. If it takes 8 hours, you would be like, God damn, it's cold in the house, and you would go kill it.
Yeah.
That's the part that I'm missing. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
This is me.
Also, do most people, like, when you get divorced... Yeah, hold on one second, sir. When most people get divorced and you have to go, like, clear your crap out of the house, most of the time, like, is your ex-wife or in Diane's case, your ex-husband, are they home when you do that? Or is it like, you know what, I'll give you an hour, get your stuff? I would not leave the house because I don't want them taking stuff that belongs to me or tishing on the walls.
Well, I think it depends on the nature of the divorce.
And I would also walk around like I was inventorying everything. Yeah, that I would do. But you know what I mean? Like if nobody was home, it'd be very easy to do that.
Are you suggesting during the day?
I'm sorry, who is this?
With a rock?
This is Chucky.
Hey, what's up, Chucky?
Going back to the mother breaking into a house.
Yes, sir.
My current wife now. When we first got together, probably about maybe a year into our relationship, her and the kids they used to go break into rental houses. And one of the times when I went with her, and they broke into I didn't know they were breaking into the house until after the cops showed up and everything. We all went to jail.
Oh my God! How old are the kids?
The kids now they're 16, 13, and 14. At the time, it was they were 12. I think my oldest was 12.
Oh, God.
Wait, so and she would take the kids with her to go break into rental houses?
Yes, they broke into quite a few houses.
Hey, where? Like where?
I was with her the one time, and the cops showed up. They took us downtown. They questioned us. We were downtown for about 3-4 hours. They separated us and was questioning us and everything.
What did you get off?
Yeah. They ended up letting us go. The cops actually took us back and dropped us off where they picked us up at.
You know what? Let me take you back to that rental house. I know your car's still there. We'll drop you off there. Hey, where were you guys breaking into houses?
It was pretty much. We're in Jacksonville, so it was off of University Boulevard. You get a couple of houses. Right there in the neighborhood.
And you're still with this woman? You're still with this woman?
Yes. We've been together now 6 years.
You know what? If you can make it through that, I guess everything's strong. Good for you. All right, dude. Hey, listen, I appreciate it. Thank you, my friend.
All right, thank you.
You got it, dude. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Just me?
Yes, sir.
Back to the thermostat thing.
Yes.
I'm guessing that she kept it warm and he kept it cold, and by turning it down, she would know that it was him that did it.
Yeah, but Well, if I'm breaking into a house, I don't want you to know who it is.
Well, he's probably going to get found out anyway, so he just wants to do that little slap in the face and says, look, this is who did it. I do like that theory. I also like that he knows that he's going to burn out the compressor. That way it's going to cost money. I do like it more of an FU move than a money move, although the money part is pretty nice. Well, the burning out part is like a bonus. Yeah, exactly. It's the FU, and oh, by the way, it's going to cost you some money. All right, that I could wrap my arms around. Yes, Tyler.
So there's the money idea and the FU idea. Jessica on Twitter has a third idea.
Okay.
He turned it down really cold so it would stay on and provide cover for him walking around taking the stuff.
Oh, as noise.
As noise, yeah.
Oh, I like that a lot.
And you have to pull it down really cold to ensure it'll stay on and not go off.
Well, how goddamn long is Branyan going to be in the house?
I'm dying to know what he took back.
You would probably, I don't know, but you would probably be disappointed. It's probably like some, this trophy.
Old baseball uniform.
Yeah, I mean, but that part would probably be very disappointing. It wouldn't be as good as he jacked the thermostat. That part's fantastic. I've never seen that anywhere. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, is this me?
Yeah, hi, who's this?
This is Jennifer.
Yeah, Jennifer, real quick, what can I do for you?
So when my sister's ex left, he actually stole, all the remotes to the TV and the VCR, and he took the toilet seat off, and he took all the toilet paper, and he just really made it hell on her.
By the way, hearing you say that reminds me of something. You know who I screwed over today?
Today?
Who?
Yeah, somebody who was running her mouth yesterday.
I can guess.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Was it me to write it down?
Yeah, right. There's no toilet paper. Booyah! Roll. Yeah, shut your mouth. You got no toilet paper. I hope she sat down in there and she's like, Lou, play another song. I'm just going to drip dry, please.
I'll speak for all of the internet in saying it's a Yule log.
Oh, what did I go with?
You dumbed you.
Oh.
You said Christmas log.
Whatever, I don't know. I'm a dumb Jew. All right, follow-up phone calls, please. 866-2-ELLIOT, 866-235-5468. Any good stories from yesterday, last night, anything at all that you want to get into, it doesn't matter to me. 866-2-ELLIOT, 866-235-5468. Line 2. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hello?
Yeah, hi, who's this?
This is Alex.
Alex, what's going on, dude?
Nothing much. How are you?
I am excellent, thank you. What may I do for you?
I had a comment about the kissing bug story you guys ran yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Well, some call it the kissing bug. Some call it the assassin bug. It's all, I can't remember the official name of it. But it's the one that eats your lips and gives you shagas.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, the thing is, though, a lot of people are saying there are different kinds of assassin bugs.
Right.
And the one that's most common in Maryland is the wheel bug. And that's the one that's found all up and down the East Coast. And from the description, everyone was saying it's a cross between a stink bug and a mosquito.
Right.
That's what it was. And there is absolutely no way that can be a kissing bug. I just got done at school at Towson.
Right.
And we had one of those little buggers in one of our classes. And everyone started freaking out, and our professor was like, oh, no, sit down, it's probably harmless. And so we looked it up after the class. That single bug apparently has one of the most painful bites in the animal kingdom.
Are you serious? The wheel bug has a very dangerous bite or painful bite?
Yeah, the wheel bug, because it has a pointed beak on it that it uses to stab its prey.
Right.
And this is the exact same bug that I'm pretty sure we're talking about. And it apparently people have equated it to being shot. It's that painful.
Jesus Christ, I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah.
Two things real quickly, and then now Tyler's pulled up more info on the wheel bug. Did you say you go to Towson?
Yeah, I just got done.
Ooh, boy, that swimming story, that got bad again yesterday.
What do you mean?
That got bad again yesterday. Well, I know somebody from Towson called the radio station yesterday, just wanting to know if we knew who the student was whose mom called in. The answer to that was no, I have no idea. Because what do I always say? I'll go to jail for a source. I will go to jail for a source. So so we had that. Wait, now what do you got on the wheel bug, Tyler?
It's also, as he said, referred to as an assassin bug. And the bug, like he said, plunges its beak into its victim, pinning its prey with its front legs. It then injects enzymes into the victim, paralyzing it and dissolving its insides, and proceeds to drain the resulting fluids.
Blah.
How big is the bug? Well, it's the same bug we were talking about yesterday.
Well, they're talking about something in the wild that it would go after, not a human.
Right. No. When it goes after your lips, then it's a small little bite. So it doesn't plunge all the way in. Just a small little bite to give you the shagas.
Some scientists have noted cannibalistic behavior.
Oh, it'll eat its own. Come on, Dr. Dye. Well, he's busy. He's working on the shagas stuff. I do want to thank, somebody sent me the picture of the guy in Zhengzhou who built, and it's awesome looking. Look how big. He built Bumblebee from Transformers. Look how awesome that is.
How big is
it's
that?
Massive. 12 meters. So what is a meter is a yard? So what's 12 times 3? 36? So it's 36 yards. It's enormous.
How long did it take him?
I think it took him a while. It's 22 tons. So it's not going to blow over.
Is it like steel? What's it made out of?
Overlooking his warehouses. Home to some other half-built Transformers. 42-year-old engineer named Li Futang. 5 months. That's it.
All right, so you can start in May. Be ready for Halloween bash.
Dude, look at that, though. Isn't that awesome? I know you don't
that
give
would
a
be
crap
a struggle.
about.
That would be a struggle to get inside.
You can't get on the stage with
Clarendon
that.
Ballroom.
No, they'd
It'd
have
be
a
like
problem.
the burning CVS.
Look how big that is, though. Yeah, it's 30 yards. It's beautiful, though. It's beautiful. Also, where is High Point University?
North Carolina?
Is that where it is? Whew, I need somebody from there. Do their players put their jerseys or their names on the back of their jerseys?
What sport?
Basketball. Because I need forward number 15, Lorenzo Cugini. I need his jersey. Yeah. I don't know if they sell them online, but Lorenzo Cugini, who plays for High Point, he's number 15, a senior. Oh, I hope he goes pro. I hope he goes pro. Slam Cugini! I have to have his jersey, but I don't know if High Point has their names on the back. But if they do, that's the greatest jersey of all time. Oh, there he is. Is that him? He's a big kid.
What's his first name?
Lorenzo.
Okay.
Good Italian kid. It's Lorenzo Cugini. Love it. So anyway, by the way, I had no idea. When I saw they were beating Drexel 21-16 in the first half, but somebody sent it to me. It's awesome. But yeah, so Mike sent me that, and yes, he is now my new favorite college basketball player. He's probably the only college basketball player I know. But I'm in Lorenzo's court. Go ahead, buddy. Oh, and then Brendan sent Brendan Witt, our former hockey player friend. Did you see the picture that he posted yesterday? He was trying to leave his house, and I guess he was going down the street. It's already snowing in Montana, but he had to stop the car because of some bad traffic. He had to wait for all of that to cross the road.
Oh my God, how many?
God damn it, Brendan. How do you live?
People, I
oh, wait, are we back to Lorenzo Cugini?
No, they want to go back to the Bumblebee.
Oh, yeah.
They'd like you to revisit your math.
Why? A meter is a yard, right?
More or less.
Right. So if it is 12 meters, what's 12 times 3?
That's the part they have a problem with.
12 times 3 is 36.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what's the problem? It's 36 yards.
Oh, yeah.
No, 36 feet, right?
Is it feet? No, if a meter is a yard, right?
Is 3.
Right. Yeah. So each
3
meter,
feet.
each meter is a yard, right? So that's 12 yards. So you know what? Let's go with 36 feet. Stupid. I told you I'm cold. I got a cold. My head isn't working right today. I told you that was a problem. Whatever, it's big.
For the forthcoming comments, no need to point out that he's Jewish. For these, just say he's dumb.
Whatever. I'm trying to think and talk and everything at the same time. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hello?
Yes, hi, who is this?
This is Craig from Richmond. How's it going, bro?
Good, man. How are you?
Pretty good. I was just wondering who you was going to pull for once smoke goes out for retirement in NASCAR.
You know what? That's a great question. I have no idea. I really don't. I was having that conversation with my father-in-law, and I don't know who. I mean, listen. The good news is it's not like Tony's been on a hot streak and it's done. I have no idea. I mean, I like Kyle Busch. I like him a lot. He's a very nice man. Maybe I may have to go Shrub.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pulling for Gordon this weekend, though.
You could always go Earnhardt.
No, I can't do that. I'm already following one guy who can't win a race. I don't know if I can go with Dale Jr.
He just
won.
Yeah, but it's for nothing. Who cares?
Now, he was pitting, and if the caution hadn't come out, would have gone a lap down and happened to beat Harvick to the start-finish.
Right.
But he just won.
Okay, no, you're right. That's unfair. That's unfair. He did just win. All right, dude, I appreciate it. You know what? I'll figure that out, but I still have one more year. I still have one more year of it.
Yeah. Hey, can I get a T-shirt?
Yeah, hold on. I don't know if I have any in there, but hold on one second.
All right.
Did you guys watch the Slackline video yesterday?
No. Where's it from?
Colorado. Theo Sanson set a new record by walking 1,640 feet across a slackline. I'm sorry, Utah. The Rectory. He crossed between the Rectory, which when you see the rock formation, it looks familiar. He crossed between the Rectory and the Castleton Tower at Castle Valley, Utah. He's way off the ground. Now, he does have like a little a tail following him. But that wire is just all over the place. It's freaky as hell to watch. And he did it, and he had his buddies rig the whole thing up. But that video is rough.
What was the distance of the walk?
1,640 feet.
That's longer than Walenda's Grand Canyon walk.
No, it's not. No, that's right, because wasn't Walenda only 750 feet?
No, I thought it was like 1,400.
Oh, well, it's still longer at 1,600.
I better check that.
But it's still, but the difference is, remember, Walenda's had a little bit of give. This thing's flying all over the place.
Well, yeah, Walenda was a tightrope.
Yeah, no, this isn't a tightrope.
Yeah,
this is slackline.
We all saw it on the Super Bowl and then multiple times on Saturday Night Live.
That dude did 1,600 feet. And by the way, there was nobody yelling. Oh, what was the chant for Walenda? What was your chant?
Go away, Walenda.
Oh, that's right.
That was more the before protest, not the actual. They weren't yelling at him when he was
While he was up on the rope, right.
Does he have like a new stunt planned?
Who's that?
Walenda.
Oh, yeah. Did we know what his
Some
next
gorge
one is?
in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Or Georgia.
Yeah. Yeah, boring. Nobody cares. And then, Kaylee, I thought of you. They did a ranking of the top 14 vodkas. Number 1? No, not Tito's. Of course not. Tito's isn't that good. I told you it's overrated. Now Diane's getting pissy. Tito's was number 3.
Pretty good.
Way too high. Way too high. It's so overrated. So overrated. You know what? Because it tastes completely different than normal vodka.
I like the taste.
Because it doesn't have gluten in it. Yeah, but you're all like, ooh, flaxseed. Number 1?
Kettle One?
Bingo.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Wait, why are you making a face? Well, I thought they all taste the same. Except for Tito's, which is a home run. Number 2?
Belvedere?
No. Number 2, come on. Ciroc.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Number 3 is Tito's, garbage. Number 4, have you ever heard of Gordon's?
I thought Gordon's was a cheap gin.
Or gin, yeah.
Nope. It's these are all vodkas.
I mean, does Gordon's also do gin?
It says a bit of lemon, a lesser bit of pine, not much good, nothing bad, and cheaper than most of the other stuff. It is cheaper. Like they say, Tito's will cost you $24. Ciroc is $37. Kettle One is $28. Gordon's is only $10. That's not bad. And you're mixing it with stuff anyway. Who cares? Number 5 was Absolute.
Who?
Let's call it Absolute. Number 6, Stoli. Stolichnaya. 7, Grey Goose. 8, New Amsterdam. New Amsterdam's pretty good. I feel like that got shafted in the whole deal. Number 9, have you ever had Crystal Head?
No.
Expensive as hell.
Really?
Never had it. $53 a bottle.
Whoa.
Cosat? 7.
Now we're
Welcome
talking.
to Elliot's house. Number 11 is 3 Olives. I've had that before. Number 12, Smirnoff. Can't go wrong. What was 13? Graduate? Never heard of it. And then 14 was Ruble. That's also only $7. I want to try that $53 one, though. You wouldn't know the difference. You would have no idea.
Might know the difference the next morning.
No, probably not. Maybe that's why I don't like Tito's. No, I just don't like Tito's. I'm not in.
Tito's doesn't give you a hangover.
I bet I can give you enough Tito's to give you a hangover.
Well, that's different.
What were you drinking Saturday night in New Orleans?
Tito's and soda?
Yeah.
How was the
hungover?
next morning?
That's because I had too much.
Wait, what, Kaylee?
Oh, but I was drinking both.
Yeah, okay. Well, so maybe the Miller Lite is what gave you the hangover and not the vodka. Yeah.
Hey, let me shake it up. Give me a Miller Lite.
Remember when you almost puked on the plane? That was awesome. That was great. Where am I going, Kaylee? Line 1. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Is this me?
Yeah, hi. Who's this?
Hi, this is Emily.
Hey.
I'm talking about breaking into your ex's house.
Oh, yeah, I'll go back to that. Go ahead.
Okay, so when I was in college, I babysat for this lady, and she called me in a panic one night and was like, "You gotta come get me. My car isn't starting." And I'm at Greg's house, which is her ex.
Right.
She had planned to meet with him at a restaurant to talk about their kids, and he never showed up and wasn't answering the phone. So she went to his house, and she looked in the window, and there was clothes and jewelry and stuff all over the place. So she broke in, threw away all the clothes, stole all the jewelry. They had been married like 20 years, so she knew where he hid his money. Stole $2,000 in cash.
Holy crap.
All the jewelry that she found in the house, which was his new girlfriend's. Took all their clothes, threw them in the trash, poured a bunch of OJ in there, I guess so they couldn't take the clothes out.
Right. I could have.
And then called me. Her car wasn't starting. We had to jump it, and then hurried out of there because.
So wait a minute. At the end of the day, did she get busted?
No.
You know what? Good
and
for her.
he never asked her about it.
Dude, good for her. Sounds like she ended up getting lucky in the whole deal.
Better than you.
Hi. Yeah, no, exactly. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Is this me?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, I just wanted to let you know Dan Aykroyd actually makes the Crystal Head vodka, and it's pretty good.
Oh, wait, Crystal Head is that expensive one?
Yes, it's the one that comes in the skull.
And Dan Aykroyd makes that?
He does.
Isn't he kind of a dick, though?
I don't know about that.
But the vodka's good?
It's good.
It's very expensive.
Yes.
Very, very expensive. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you, ma'am. Line
Thanks.
2. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, Elliot, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Who's this?
Billy from Annapolis.
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Not much. I manage a liquor store. You don't like Tito's, huh?
No, I don't. I think it's hugely overrated.
Yeah, it's made from corn.
Oh, and a lot of them are made from potatoes.
Well, they have potato vodka, like Lucas Sour is made from potato vodka, which is supposed to be pretty good.
Right.
We sell a lot of Ciroc.
Oh, do you really?
And that's made from French grape.
Oh, well, thank you.
Wow.
It is pretty good. I've had it a couple of times. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and Tito hand makes it in a copper still or copper pot.
Hey, but let me ask you, and I'm sure it sells like crazy because everybody, all the sheeple are drinking the Tito's. But don't you agree? There's something about it where it just tastes bad.
I don't drink anymore. I've definitely had my share of drinking. But yeah, I mean, I used to drink a lot of the flavored rums and the flavored vodkas or whiskey and water.
Right. Ooh, whiskey and water sounds good right now. Boy, that sounds good.
It was good, and I did a lot of whiskey in my coffee.
Amen, dude. Amen.
Did the store tell you to stop drinking?
You know what I do want to try, though? And I still haven't had it. I do want to try the Jack Daniel's Fire. I do want to try that.
Oh, I thought you had.
I haven't had it yet. No. Still love honey, but no, I haven't had the fire. But yeah, no, I'm out on Tito's. What are you doing?
Some follow-ups on follow-ups.
Oh, yes.
Have come through. There's the first one.
Dale Jr. has longest winning streak in NASCAR and most points of anyone in championship 4 round. Whatever. Okay. All I know is he's not a champion.
And the middle finger emoji. And then there's that, too.
Elliot, High Point Basketball does have names on the back of their jerseys. I messaged Lorenzo to reach out. Yes! Yes! I got to get the Cugini jersey. Oh, hello. Wait, hold on 1 second. Patricia Bigelow.
Well, it's on Twitter. I guess you can.
Wow. Wow. Diane, you want to see Patricia at the beach? Let me blow her up a little bit. Tiggies, can't you?
Patricia, Elliot's going to message you.
Yeah. Look
later.
at that, though. That's a nice bikini top, isn't it?
Elliot.
No, I'm being serious.
She
That's a nice outfit.
Reached out to Lorenzo.
No, I think
Cugini
that's great. That's great
for you.
That's great.
It wasn't about hers.
But anyway, well, thank you for reaching out to Lorenzo Cugini, and thanks for that picture. That's a treat.
And here's the last one.
Let's see. Elliot drank Tito's last night. Tasted great. Elliot's a dick. All right, very good. Thank you, Andrew. All right, let me do this. Let me take a quick break. We'll come back. Diane's got some news. After that, $500 is yours with Elliot in the Morning's November Wham.
Elliot in the Morning.
Anyway, all right, Diane, let's get into some news. And then after that, you will get your $500 with Elliot in the Morning's November Wham.
New ISIS video that came out yesterday showing images of Times Square, but New York's mayor, Bill de Blasio, saying the city is not going to be intimidated and residents should continue to go to work and live their lives. NYPD saying some of the video footage is old and that there is no current or specific threat to the city. Of course, they reaffirm the message that New York has always been one of the top
New
targets.
York, just like D.C.
Apparently, the State Department also issuing some of the more famous and popular tourist sites in Italy as being potential targets. U.S. Embassy in Rome identifying St. Peter's Basilica, the Duomo, and other general venues, they said, like churches, synagogues, restaurants, theaters, and hotels as locations that could possibly be at risk.
And then I guess the other thing that was going on yesterday in ISIS world was, I guess they were holding a Norwegian man and a Japanese man hostage. And I don't know if they had been kind of in talks to work out an arrangement, but they killed both of them yesterday and then released those videos.
So 6 raids in Brussels today, at least one person arrested as they are continuing to look for associates of those who blew themselves up as part of the Friday attacks.
The French police are not screwing around.
I know.
And good for them, but they are going hard.
A person of interest in the murder of 9-year-old Tyshawn Lee in Chicago held on $1 million bail yesterday. This is on an unrelated charge of being a felon in possession of a gun. 27-year-old Corey Morgan appearing in court yesterday. You remember the story about Tyshawn. He was the 4th grader who was lured into an alley and basically executed.
Yeah, little 9-year-old who was kind of, like you said, lured into the alley. His dad's got gang ties.
Yeah.
Lured into the alley and then executed just right there in the alley. And like you said, the guys, there's 2 guys that are being held, and one of them, They don't call him necessarily a suspect, but they believe that he at least has information, if not something more serious than that. And so yesterday, when the judge came out and said, and they got busted for the both guys that are being held, felon in possession of a firearm, which obviously is against the release. When the judge said it's $1 million bond, they said the courtroom was gasping.
Yeah,
they were like, for a parole violation?
Yeah, for each
That's
of them.
what it is? And judge said, yeah, $1 million. Thank you. Good for that judge.
Pharmaceutical news, when Viagra hit the market back in 1998, 500,000 men quickly got prescriptions for the drug in the first month. Apparently not so much for the new female Viagra. It came out last month. First 3 weeks, about 227 women
That's it?
have gone forth to
That's
get
it.
prescriptions. They don't know if it's the cost. They don't know if it's just people are worried about side effects, if it's going to be effective.
Or if it's, but for women, so it's just to increase the desire.
It's the little pink pill.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just to increase the desire. For guys, though, it's to get an erection. So, and give you the desire. The desire's there. I just need a little pulley.
Heads up for people.
Also, didn't I also read yesterday, and I don't know if it's old news, but isn't Viagra now being used to treat kidney disease? You might want to check with a doctor before you just run out, but I thought that they had just...
Hey, my kidneys are messed up.
No, I feel like I read that they were connecting it to something else yesterday. That Viagra could be used for, and I want to say it was...
diabetes?
That's what it is. Yeah, scratch the kidney thing.
Some people with diabetes have kidney disease.
Right, but it's for diabetes.
Let's see. Lower your heart and kidney disease risk in people who have
there you go. I was right with the kidneys.
Pre-diabetes.
Again, I check with the doctor. I check with the doctor first.
Heads up for people who are going to be in D.C. today. Both Rand Paul and Bernie Sanders have some engagements going on. Rand Paul's going to be at GW this afternoon. Bernie Sanders speaking to students at Georgetown. Martin Sheen speaking out, saying that he is proud of his son, Charlie Sheen, for coming forward with his story about being HIV positive, saying he'd been leading up to this sort of story for several months. We kept encouraging him to do it. He kept backing away because he says it was like going to his own execution. It was the most difficult thing he had ever done.
Wow.
And I think, what was the story about how much he was paying out?
$1.6 million a month.
A month for hookers.
Yeah. That was just for her. That's not part of the shakedown or anything. But it was $1.6 million a month on prostitutes and hookers.
Also, baseball 2016 will be David Ortiz's last season with the Boston Red Sox. The 9-time All-Star formally announced his decision yesterday.
I picked this day to announce that after next season, I'm going to be done with my career in playing baseball. I would like people to remember me as a guy that was just part of the family, you know.
Decided to do it on his 40th birthday.
Yeah, you know what? Good for him. And there's debate. Listen, I don't like the Red Sox at all, but there was some debate going on about whether or not Poppy's a Hall of Famer. I feel like he goes in first ballot. Like, I don't even feel like there's any question. But there was some debate going around. And again, don't like him, don't like that team, don't like anything about, don't like the stadium they play in, nothing about that team. But if you're a baseball fan, you can at least look at it and go, you know what? Ortiz he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Cy Young Awards handed out yesterday to honor the best pitchers. American League side, the honor went to Dallas Keuchel from the Astros. On the National League, it's Jake Arrieta from the Cubs. The National League and American League MVP awards handed out tonight. Bryce Harper is considered, of course, to be the frontrunner to win on the National League side. Also, the Detroit Tigers made a move yesterday, acquiring Francisco Rodriguez from the Brewers. He is a 6-time All-Star, 38 saves and 40 chances last season. Expect a lot of extra security for people headed to see the Jaguars in their bold gold tonight.
Oh, that's right. It's
the doo-doo brown uniform.
The diarrhea unis.
Jacksonville Sheriff saying there were no direct threats made in relation to the game, but obviously under the umbrella of extra caution, it's going to take you a little bit extra time to get in tonight. Also, the Capitals win over the Detroit Red Wings last night 2-1. They are hosting the Stars at Verizon Center tonight. 76ers have now lost 12 in a row as they lost to Indiana 112-85 last night. No wins yet for them this season. Joe Gibbs Racing reaching a multi-year renewal deal with Mars to remain as the primary sponsor for Kyle's car. So his car will feature M&M's, Snickers, Skittles, Double Mint, and Pedigree.
Mm-hmm.
You'll notice that.
No, that's big. Good for him.
That is a look at news and sports.
The Nation. I want to bring something up, and I don't want it to be. It's going to sound morbid, but I don't want it to. But it's going to. But I don't want it to be. Oh, that timed out nice. Did you see the Doug Flutie story?
Yeah.
That's a bummer. That's bad. But I don't want it to be morbid, even though it is. The Doug Flutie story, everybody knows who Doug Flutie is. He had Flutie Flakes.
threw the Hail Mary in college.
The first thing is the Flutie Flakes.
He raised a ton of money with Flutie Flakes.
Yeah.
He raised a crap ton of money.
But there is a generation that has no idea who he is.
Okay, so he was a quarterback, came out of Boston College, and I think he grew up by the Natick Mall in Boston. Went to Boston College, threw a very famous Hail Mary. Did he win the Heisman Trophy? I think he did. Played in the NFL, bounced around, was never a great NFL quarterback. He did okay for like little spurts, but was very famous. Very, very famous guy.
Very well liked.
Yes, very well liked. And then he created Flutie Flakes, sold them for charity, and made a crap ton of money through Flutie Flakes. But he's a very, very famous guy. So anyway, I guess yesterday, his old man, his dad, had a heart attack and died. Well, that's okay. People's parents die. That's fine. 1 hour later, Mom had a heart attack and died. That's a rough hour. That is a rough hour. And I would bet not common. What?
I mean, there have been stories that have popped up here and there about,
die of a broken heart?
Yeah.
There's some people
who were married for like 70 some years, and
right.
One dies and the other one goes within the next day.
There are people that say that it's possible that you die of a broken heart, and then there's people that completely dismiss it and go, you know what, that's just bad luck. They were both going to have a heart attack.
Well,
it's far more romantic of a story that you died of a broken heart.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's a possibility. It certainly is a much more romantic story that these two had been in love forever. Like if I plotched right now, Jackie would go of a broken heart.
Well, I think it's much more likely when it's older people.
Yeah, because they're unhealthy anyway, which is why doctors. No, look.
Well, that makes it seem like Diane's saying Jackie's old.
No, I don't think she would die of a broken heart.
Well, she wouldn't be happy.
I'm not saying she's going to be happy, but I would assume, like, way down the road, sure, it's possible. I don't expect a healthy woman,
But it happens to younger people.
Sure.
But that's why it gets dismissed a lot, where they go, again, it's a nice romantic story, but when both your parents are 78, 80 years old, and they both die within an hour, they're just old. What? See? Now, why?
It comes off as snide.
No, I don't mean it to. That's what I said. I don't mean it to come off that way.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what you're saying.
No.
Yes. You just said you don't expect it in younger people.
No.
You expect it in old people.
Okay, yeah.
Which is, by the way, you're old, you're going to die.
No, I'm not saying it
Tyler,
that way.
isn't that what Diane said? I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but isn't that what she said?
You're definitely paraphrasing.
Right. No. But that's the honest answer.
And you're adding some, tone to it.
Yeah.
But that's the honest answer. That's what you said. You don't expect young people to die of a broken heart.
No.
You expect it when they are
much older
and in failing health anyway.
No, you don't know.
So you think she was completely healthy but suffered the heart attack?
When it happened to my friend's parents. Mom had been sick for a long time.
Right. Okay. Were they older?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
She didn't expect Dad to die 4 days later. He was not sick.
What's the timeline while you count death by broken heart? 4 days, I still think, is within that window.
I mean,
well, you said it's debated to begin with. I don't think that they've set days to it.
No, but if you were going to time, if I'll just use Diane's friend's parents. If Mom would have died and then, 8 months later Dad died, I'm not going to count that as a broken heart death. These two went in an hour.
I know.
An hour. Can I say something really crappy?
Go ahead.
Isn't it better that way?
I think so.
Oh, so what I said wasn't crappy. Good. No, because, think about it. If your parents have been together forever and they're 80 years old and Dad dies, Mom's going to be a wreck. She's got nothing going on. So you know what? Good on them. Right? Isn't that a good way to look at it? That's not being a dick.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to go within the hour.
No, you're dating.
I still want my, you know what? Get me to a home. Those people are crazy.
Sympathy.
Oh, a little sympathy S? Right on. I don't know why I said S for sex.
What are you doing?
That's what I'm into. When I'm a widower, I'm into scat.
Truth comes out. Gross.
I just want to live long enough. Line 3. No, but are you with me? Do you buy the broken heart thing?
Yes.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
But
I think that it's...
But you could
there's a lot
see
more
where,
going on.
Yes.
And I think that the body, in terms of like the physiological response to grief, triggers the body. Like,
right.
I don't think...
But you have to be in failing health anyway.
That doesn't help, yes.
Right. So your body has to be ready for a heart attack. And then this triggers it.
Yeah, I mean, more likely than a perfectly healthy person.
Yes.
But I could see someone becoming so overwrought. Like you see people who
collapse,
who are overwrought with emotion and fall to the ground, collapse, faint. What if their body like reacted to that instant in a strange way and they died, but they were a younger person? So I don't necessarily think that it's only people who are already
old
in failing health or older. I just think it is more likely.
Right. Oh, it's definitely more likely.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that it can't happen to someone who's
But isn't
younger.
it just the trigger?
What do you mean?
It's really just the trigger. Like you don't literally die of a broken heart.
That's that boost of stress that takes
that
your body.
Kicks your heart.
Yeah.
Whew, within an hour. That's rough. Yeah. But you know what? Better within an hour than within 4 days. No?
Still pretty bad.
What's that, 4 days?
Yeah.
Oh, it's worse. It's worse than within an hour.
Yeah.
4 days later, you barely are like getting back to stuff.
But you're not, though. Your body from that moment, I imagine.
Oh, I'm talking about...
They were Diane's friends, not mine.
Right.
Has been shutting down for 4 days.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking of the victim. I was thinking of I know them.
So let me. How are you handling the situation?
I would rather they go boom boom, because after
it is all about you.
Being a survivor. Being somebody
one of
who
us
knows Diane, who knows them.
No, I'm just saying if I put myself in that scenario, I would much rather them go like dominoes, as opposed to now I'm 4 days into it. We've grieved, and I'm trying to 4 days. I'm trying to get stuff going again, and then and there goes the other shoe.
4 days.
Well, I mean, you go back to work. Like life continues.
I see. I mean,
not for everybody, but you know what I mean.
I don't know Diane's friends, but I don't think it would have.
What? After 4 days, you start getting your life back in order.
You're still like...
I'm talking about being me, and these are my parents. Not the second person.
You keep throwing yourself into the situation and pulling yourself back out. This is if you're not...
If I'm the child, and these are my parents.
You're not saying life goes back to normal for the spouse.
No, for me.
Okay.
For me.
All right. And I still kind of disagree with you, but it's not as bad as
normal,
saying
but you're getting back into your routine. You're back at work.
No, there's no way.
After
there's
4
no
days?
Way. The death, not the funeral. You're saying they died and then it was 4 days later another death. It's not like you cleaned your hands of
the first one.
All of the
but 4 days after somebody dies, you're back at work.
No, you're not.
Yes.
If you're the son or daughter?
No.
Yeah.
That's
you're making sure
insane.
You're making sure at that point the surviving spouse is okay.
You're back at work.
Not everybody. Not necessarily.
So, like, if I die on Monday, I would expect Jackie to be back at work on Thursday, which might be the only way she would work again.
No, I think that she'd probably take a little time off.
I would be back at work.
Well, because you're heartless.
No, but that's my comfort zone.
Forget what the person wants. Someone may be so driven in their own mind that they need to get back in the cubicle.
Right.
A good manager may say, take some time.
Oh, like the good managers here.
I said a good manager.
No, you know what they would do? They would wait about 6 months and then put the bereavement sign back up in the kitchen.
Or they charge you just take some vacation days.
Oh, that's right. That's how they effed over Diane.
That's fun.
Wait, so when your old man died?
Yeah.
How long were we? We weren't off. We
were off for a few days. I can't remember. But
I gave time for that?
Yeah, you actually did. Because
I'm a
I
good
had
manager.
To travel for.
Oh, that's right, because you had to go to Detroit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's right, because I went to Ocean City. I'm just kidding.
Hey, a couple days off.
Before you go to the phones,
yes,
there are a lot of people
who are upset with me.
No.
Oh,
for some reason, think this is the hot tub couple.
Oh,
wait, the hot tub
from
couple.
last week.
The people who were on the cruise ship for the wedding.
Oh no, this is Doug Flutie's parents.
Yeah.
Yes, but that's people are hearing that,
right?
But think it's the same story.
No.
Like these are the details that have finally come out.
No, these people. I don't know what Flutie's parents were doing, but they weren't having sex in a hot tub, and he didn't collapse on her. No, Dad suffered a heart attack. Doug Flutie, itty bitty quarterback. He was a short dude. He gave hope to all the Elliot Seagulls in the world.
Is that short guy calling me short?
No, but he was the one who was like, you don't have to be 6'4". Now, granted, he was a freak of nature. No, this has nothing to do with the hot tub couple. This is Doug Flutie, Flutie Flakes, Boston College. Who else did he play for? He played for the Buffalo Bills. Didn't he bounce around a couple of times after that?
Chicago, New England, Buffalo, San Diego.
That's right. Well, I don't remember him in San Diego.
The Canadian Football League.
Then he went up to the CFL, exactly. And then he made 2 runs to the hospital yesterday. That's horrible. Elliot.
God.
This is why on Facebook I wrote stories, please, with a question mark.
Right.
I'm sure the phones aren't much different.
Why are they bad? I didn't want it to be morbid.
Apparently this isn't the most random of events. We've heard of it happening before, but apparently it happens a lot.
Where it's 1-1?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's how it should be.
But people, there's one here, I hate to even...
It's not going to bother me. Go ahead.
I'll read it. Because it's not within an hour.
No. By the way...
But it's still described as atrocious.
But is it broken heart? I don't count... This is going to sound bad. I don't count you know what? They both died in the same car accident. That's completely different.
No, this car accident was not a week apart. But it's also not a couple. Are you willing to believe that a family member could die?
Right.
And then someone else in the family dies? Or do you think it only has to be somebody that's together? I think it can be any family member. I think it can be anybody. You can die. It can be a friend. But in the Flutie case, it's parents.
It's parents,
Are
right.
you willing to go beyond just the
A
couple?
broken heart?
Yeah.
If I suspend myself and go into that, I'll accept broken heart, then yeah, sure.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Then this tweet reads, my aunts died a week apart at the beginning of this year. It is atrocious. My family hasn't been the same.
Some people
You're back at work the next day.
No, 4 days. I said 4 days.
It's almost December.
Well, no.
Stop laughing.
No, I'm uncomfortable. The family, yes, the family's never the same.
Oh, nice spin.
No, you know what I mean? You wouldn't expect the family to be the same. Take anybody out of the equation, it's not the same. You could remove somebody and it becomes better. Probably not in this case. But I'm just saying, of course it's not the same. I also, and in my defense, I also have a very cavalier view of death. How quick did the ants go?
Week apart.
Week. But by the way, that's sisters.
Yeah.
Hope that whistle made you feel better, Jamie.
No. Well, then, no, it did. But that's sisters. That's close.
Oh, I think it can be anybody.
Yeah.
Not even, it doesn't have to be familial. Yeah, exactly.
They'd have to be good friends if you're going to go broken heart.
Well, obviously.
Were they old?
I don't know.
It was the beginning of the year.
Elliot.
No, what I'm saying is this wasn't 20 years ago. It was this year, so they could be older. That's all I was saying. Is I'm not going back too far in history. That's all I was saying, right?
So he's backpedaling a little.
No, I'm not backpedaling. No, I don't want to be misinterpreted. I'm trying to be sensitive. Where am I going, Kaylee? What did I say when I started this? I don't want to be morbid. But we should be able to be...
You're not being morbid, you're being a dick.
No, but we should be able to be adults. That's all I'm saying. Hi, Elliot, in the morning.
Good morning.
Hey, who's this?
Robin.
Yeah, hey, Robin, what's going on?
I was just calling to let you know that my sister just recently had this exact same thing happen to her with her heart, and it is, the layman's term is broken heart syndrome.
Yeah, but I mean, but is that a nice thing that people say to make it sound more romantic than it really is?
No, it's because of how it happened. The technical term is like cardiac myopathy.
Oh, she had a heart attack.
Well, they said it's not really like a classic heart attack because what it is it's brought on by a constant stress.
Right.
A breakup or a sudden loss of a loved one, and it's a sudden weakening of your heart muscle.
Right. Yeah, because like a regular heart attack is your infarction.
Yeah, well, it's usually like, I think a regular heart attack is usually caused like some sort of blockage or
or stress, whatever. I have it.
Yeah. Yeah, so she didn't have any of that.
Right.
And so after 3 months, she had to wear a defibrillator and everything, and she's fine now.
Oh,
so,
she survived.
Yeah, no damage to her heart. And
so she's good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's awesome.
Yep, so hers had a good outcome. But yeah, so it's called broken heart syndrome.
Right.
And it really...
But there is a lot of debate as to whether or not that's a legit thing.
Yeah. No, it's caused by a sudden loss of a loved one.
Well, I mean, not always.
No. Well, if not always, then I guess then it would be a heart attack.
Right? Yeah, it could be. But it's like they always refer to it as like not this scenario, but like a Jewish grandmother syndrome or Jewish grandfather syndrome. Where like Bubby or Zadie is always like, oh, I just want to live long enough for, and then fill in the blank,
like
and
a family event,
and it's always the bar mitzvah. I just want to live long enough to see Zach get bar mitzvahed, and then all of a sudden, what killed him was the 7 hours of watching it go on, and then they carry the Torah around, everything's good, everybody goes home, and then Bubby dies. But that goes on all the time.
I guess.
Yeah, but you can fill that in. It could just be, I just want to live long enough to see Yael's wedding. And then that Yael stomps the glass and then Zadie dies.
Right.
But that goes on all the time. You don't have to be Jewish for that, but that's just what it's called. What, Tyler?
Twitter is sad.
Wait.
It is.
Thank God I'm in good health, as discovered yesterday at my physical.
But I don't want it to be morbid.
Well, Jamie's got a fun little update.
Oh, here we go.
The hits keep coming. So she writes, both were old. These are the ants.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, both were old. I called that.
One was a twin.
Oh, no S.
The surviving twin almost died after.
Wow. So it would have been 3?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't even following that.
So the two that...
What voice was that?
One. So the two ants that passed, one of the ants who passed also had a twin who survived.
Right. So there's 4 sisters in that family.
No.
Yeah.
Three.
No.
The person said it was their aunts, not their sisters.
Well, that means she's got a mom.
What if the twin is the mom?
She said one of the aunts was a twin.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so. It could have been 3 or 4. Could have been either one. You don't know.
It's a meter or a yard.
Well, no, but that's not definite. It could be. By the way, she could have 6 sisters.
Anyway, let me take you to Christina's story. Everyone has one.
Right.
My mom died. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That is not the right story.
Oh, that's okay.
Christina got right back into her routine. Which actually, she was 19 and 21. They do say when it comes to children,
right?
And even she's a teenager at that point. Like then, routine's really important to actually
you bounce right
throw
back.
them right back into.
Sure.
No, I was thinking of Melissa's tweet. Doctors, and follow this one.
Okay.
Doctors told my parents my grandma wouldn't make it through the night. The next morning, they found her brother with his hand on heart. He died of a heart attack. She made it through the night but died 13 days later.
Waiting for the quip.
You go after the hospital. You go after the doctor.
I knew you were going to say
you
shake
go after
the tree.
Doctor. You go right after the
What?
doctor. Do you know how irresponsible that is? Do you know how horrible
To tell
that
a
is?
family member that...
Well, I feel like it killed one guy. That's very irresponsible. That's very irresponsible. Don't tell me that they're not going to make it through. That, by the way, you talk about cheating death. I made it 2 more weeks. That's irresponsible. That's really irresponsible. You go right after that doctor.
That's Jewish person syndrome.
All right, let me do this. Kaylee, I got everybody on hold. Look, Kaylee's all smiles in the other room.
I got a death story. I'll hold.
It's all right.
I got all the time in the world. Or do I? I do. I had a good physical yesterday. Keep doing that yoga. That's what she told me. Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, other than the ish I got going on right now.
I'm sorry, what?
Ish?
Is that short for issue? Is ish short for issue? Other than the issue I have right now, I'm fine.
All right, let me take a quick break. Kaylee, ask the nice people to hold. If you're on hold, don't go any morning.
Hey, good morning, Elliot. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Not bad. Hey, I had a lady that worked for me for a number of years. She was married to a high school sweetheart.
Right.
And I guess it was like 2 years after she retired, she went in to wake him up one morning, and he had died in the middle of the night.
Right.
He had a heart attack.
Aye, they.
Then she went through the day. Her kids came to the house. Her son is a doctor, and at one point during the day after they were done consoling her, she laid down, took a nap. And then when they then her daughter went and tried to wake her up from the nap, and they couldn't wake her up. The son called, they got a medevac, they turned around and got her helicoptered out.
Right.
And she ended up suffering from a brain hemorrhage on the same day that she found her husband. And she ended up dying from a brain hemorrhage.
Did they think that was brought on by the but did they refer to it as broken heart syndrome?
Absolutely.
Really?
They said it was just broken heart. She just
Right.
She was just so emotionally distraught.
Like, can I say this though? I mean, yeah, none of them are the happy ending. Well, that's not true. That one woman got a defibrillator. She was fine.
There's one.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, that one's nice. You know what I mean? Like, you wait, you all day, you're with your family, then you go lay down, and then you just fall asleep, and that's it. Like, that's not bad. In the grand scheme of things, I feel like that one's not that bad.
Well, devil's advocate. I mean, the last couple hours were pretty distraught from an emotionality.
Rough last day.
Yeah, no, yes, but I'm not saying that it was pleasant. But she went, she laid down just to kind of take everything in, and went to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tragic story. I mean, she was one of the dearest, sweetest people you'd ever had work.
Yeah,
for
no,
you.
it never really happens to the a-holes, does it?
No, it never does.
Yeah, never really does that. All right, dude. Hey, listen, I appreciate the phone call. Thank you, sir.
All right, have a good one.
You got it, dude. Talk to you later. So everybody's still buying that it's a real thing.
Yeah,
because there's plenty of doctors that'll tell you it's not. That the body was already in failing condition, and that this is just that pushed it over.
Well, that's fine to tell it to us. Tell it to the next caller. Or the next one. Or even the one after that.
Where to, Kaylee? Line 7? Hi, Elliot, in the morning.
Hi, is this me?
Yeah, hi, who's this?
Hi, this is V.
Hey, who?
V.
Hey, what's up, V?
Yeah, I just had a quick comment about the couple that died like within an hour.
Yeah, Doug Flutie's parents, the old NFL quarterback.
Right. Well, I actually kind of agree that it can cause by just not necessarily a heart attack. I mean, there was a friend of a friend who just lost his wife, and he was just absolutely a wreck.
Sure.
He had no health problems, nothing in the heart, and he was in his 30s, so he wasn't that old.
Right.
And, like, in about a week, he just went to sleep one day and just didn't wake up.
Wow.
But don't they refer to that as the, that's just you lose your will?
Well, in a way, sort of, because emotional damage, extreme emotional damage can cause extreme physical damage and then reveal nothing in the doctor's office because it's in that moment.
Sure.
But in another moment, when I was a bit younger, I was about 9, I did lose my grandfather, unfortunately.
Right.
And I always felt bad that I couldn't say goodbye. And I remember none of this, but my mother does. And she always reminded me that when he died, I didn't even know at that point, but at the moment of his death, I was at school, and I just started feeling dizzy, almost about to pass out.
Oh, what is that called? What is that called? Where it's like the
happens with twins sometimes.
Something happens to somebody in like Montana, and at the same time, like you burn your hand in Florida. But I can't remember what that's called. It's not Jewish grandparents' disease. No. It's not death of a broken heart. But what is that? What is that called? What is that called?
I know there's a name for that, but I'm not having a
right. Most people will say that it's a coincidence, but they do say that there's something there. I don't know if I buy that one either. I shouldn't say either. It's not that I don't buy the broken heart thing. Oh, what is that called? Do you buy Jewish grandparents' disease?
Yeah. What's there to say? I think that it's tied to the
just loss of will.
Yeah, and even the broken heart thing.
Well, that's not a broken heart. You're not brokenhearted because you saw somebody get married. But that's what you held on for.
Oh, okay.
And then once that happens, then it's lights out.
I was distracted by the social media lounge again.
Why are they mad at me?
No, they're not mad at all.
I know they
got
shouldn't
stories.
Be. Yeah, no, but what did I say when I started this talking about Doug Flutie's parents? I don't want it to be morbid.
It's like the Star Wars guy.
What's the Star Wars?
Daniel.
With the movie.
Force for Daniel.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's a good story. Exactly. You don't want that to be morbid.
No. I'm saying he held on.
Oh, he held on. He saw the movie.
Saw it. Now, Of course,
he was dying anyway.
A cynic would say, well, remember the wife had put another goal out there, and he did not meet that one. But his ultimate goal was to see the film.
That would be like, I just want to stay alive long enough to see my son get married. Oh, and then have a kid. You can't do that. You can't do that.
So say kid, you live longer.
I mean, the real answer to that is no. Like, the body's just not going to make it that long anyway. I mean, it barely held on long enough.
So you were shutting down the disease part of it.
Little bit.
Syndrome,
yeah.
You're fine with.
Yeah.
You think the second part of that, the disease part...
is Boshi.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, is this me?
Yeah, hi, who's this?
This is Randy.
Hey, what's up, Randy?
Hey, I'm a firefighter down in Richmond, and we went on a call for an unconscious lady who was out with her friends at some wine place, and we thought it was a drunk call.
Right.
It turned out it turned out we had to do CPR on her, shocked her, and got her back. She was in her late 40s, early 50s, just had recently gone through a divorce, and the paramedic in charge, he talked to the doctor and came back, and the layman's terms was broken heart syndrome.
But from getting divorced?
I guess. I'm not sure. I can't tell you the particulars on that. I mean, I just know that she had just been recently divorced. She was out with the girls, and, we ended up having to do CPR on her, got her back. She left the hospital a couple of days later. But
that's
the doctor
awesome.
said in layman's terms she basically died of a broken heart syndrome right there. I mean, in layman's terms, I don't know what the medical term is.
Right.
How do you not understand that with a divorce?
Most people get divorced because they're unhappy.
Maybe she didn't want it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it was the husband who wanted it, not her.
I see. I wasn't even looking at it from that side.
Or maybe he cheated or something.
So, I mean, that's
bootstraps.
Like I said, I was just one of 4 or 5 guys on the call, so the paramedic in charge is the one that brought the information back to me.
Sure. That makes sense. Yeah, no, I was looking at it from the, thank God, got rid of that. That wouldn't kill you. Maybe the party would. Line 8. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you guys?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. I'm actually calling in because my gram about a week or 2 weeks ago was diagnosed with broken heart syndrome and survived it.
Then you don't have broken heart syndrome.
Well, that's kind of what they called it. The whole thing was she was actually in a car accident with my grandpa. They're kind of getting up there in age, so they kind of both freaked out about it.
Right.
And she had already had heart problems in the past, which is kind of like,
of course.
You have to have.
There has to be something pre-existing there. Exactly.
Yeah. So the thing was that she was so stressed out and so upset that what they called was broken heart syndrome. Was basically half of her heart wasn't pumping as strong as the other half.
Can I ask you this? I'm asking nicely. Like, did your grandfather unfortunately die in the car accident?
No, he didn't. It was a whole menagerie of things. They were coming to visit my dad, who was just in the hospital, who was never in the hospital.
Hey, buddy.
And on their way home, they haven't been to my house in 2 years, and on their way home, they got into a car accident. a U-Haul truck, one of the ratchet straps broke off and came through their windshield.
Are you serious?
God. Yeah. And
Holy crap!
Yeah. And fortunately, everybody was fine, and everything worked out. Just a little scare with the whole heart issue.
Right.
Yeah. So.
How long? Let me ask you this: how long before somebody was on the phone with a lawyer going after U-Haul?
Well, that's the thing. That was what my brothers were quick to say, because my brothers are, money
smart. No, it doesn't make them money hungry. It makes them smart.
Yeah, right. Well, and the thing was is that we would have done it, but the guy who was driving the U-Haul truck, who was renting it, was extremely apologetic, and he turned around and he called an ambulance. I mean, he was really sweet about it. And, I mean, honestly, I think
that'll pay your mortgage.
On the phone with a lawyer pretty quick, but
Yeah, by the way, none of that is going to make your life financially more comfortable. That ratchet strap came loose, you get on the phone immediately and shake that tree.
I'm going to think that every time I drive past one now.
Exactly.
All right, very good. I appreciate the phone call. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You got it. Talk to you later. See, but that one doesn't even count. Like, that's just a series of bad luck. Nobody died.
It's still a bunch of stress on her.
Yeah, but she didn't have broken heart syndrome, you die, like the Fluties. But that's, by the way, every one of these, and yeah, I feel bad for all of them, but it almost debunks broken heart syndrome.
I don't think so.
I feel like it does.
Or maybe it says, thank goodness, for many reasons, the spouse didn't go.
Yeah.
Because that would have been full syndrome and led to her demise.
You can't say that. You don't know that.
I just did.
But you don't know that. You can't tell me that somebody would have died.
If her husband died?
You don't know that she would have died. That's an unfair statement. That's an unfair statement.
If I was a
lot of
woman.
ifs, ands, and buts, but...
And if ands and buts were candies and nuts.
Oh.
Line says, hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hi, is this me?
Yeah, hi, who's this?
This is Ann. I was calling to let you know that I'm a triplet, and when I had my first child, my sister was deployed in Iraq, and she went to the hospital at the exact same time with extreme stomach cramp.
From what?
They didn't know. They couldn't figure it out. But then, it was the exact same time that I was.
Oh, you're one of those where,
sympathy
right?
pain.
No, you're one of those where, like, you sense, like, when you're, like, if your sister, like, bangs her toe, like, your shoes break or something like that.
That's right.
And you buy into all that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've all, my triplet sisters and I all experienced pain and other things together all at the same time, and we all live in different parts of the country.
I gotcha. Hey, are you guys natural triplets?
Yes.
So, like, your parents weren't on like any kind of fertility drugs or anything?
No, I'm 36 years old. They didn't have that back then.
Oh, maybe they did. That's pretty rare, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and we all look alike. We were all blonde-haired, blue-eyed girls.
Oh, you sound very attractive to me now.
My dad had his hands full in high school.
Oh, I bet he did.
God.
Hey, can I ask you this? Did you guys all get your period in the same week?
Yes.
See? That I could see. That I could see. Wow.
Yes, and actually when we, our first one...
Oh, my God. How much did your parents have to spend on tampons? Jesus Christ.
Our first ones all happened at the exact same time, like within days apart.
And then I would imagine the whole time you guys lived together, you guys cycled up. Like Kaylee and Diane are on the same cycle.
Yeah. My dad pretty much bought stock in Tampax.
Right. Dude, they all got it on the same day. That's
right.
amazing. You know what? Good for you. Good for you.
Hey, nice menstruating.
No, but wouldn't you want it to be that way? I mean, think about it. If you were a parent, wouldn't you want to just go in once, take all three in, and go, here we go. Let's go, ladies. Yeah. Knock it all out.
Well, no, I have an older sister, too, so...
Oh, never mind.
My dad had 4 daughters.
Should have stopped at 1.
All right, very good. I appreciate it. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oy. But that one wasn't bad. That's just
That's like
triplet
sympathy.
hand.
Well, sympathy pain, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd buy that.
What does this turn into? Present me with your theory, and I will tell you if I
whether it's legit or
buy
not.
it.
What is what's blown up over here?
Oh, this goes back to broken heart syndrome.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm just reading. My grandparents were married for 60 years. My grandmother was buried on I can't. My grandmother was buried on a Tuesday, and my grandfather was on a date on Friday? Holy hell! Holy hell! That's not broken heart syndrome.
No, I know. I just said it goes back to it, and this person did not have it.
No, not at all. He had broken zipper syndrome.
That's you.
I get right back into it. By the way, but they were married, what do you say, for 60 years?
She said 60, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get that. You have the rest of your life in front of you. The rest of your life is
not that much.
A small slice of pie. So go out and enjoy it. What am I supposed to do? Sit home and be miserable? I'm already miserable. I was miserable while my wife was dying.
Were you stuck there because you referred to life as a pie and didn't know how to refer to that which you were seeking?
No, but you know what I mean? Like,
I already said pie once in this sentence.
You don't have a lot of time left.
Yeah. No,
you were already miserable leading up to the death of your wife.
I'd love to know how that person who tweeted that and the rest of the family felt about it.
Oh, I can tell you how the rest of the family felt. They hated him for it.
Well,
but that's
was
wrong.
the person in declining health for so many years?
Yes.
And maybe in a nursing home where there was the person didn't remember for many years. Like, was this something that had been
unless literally
discussed? I mean, in Love Actually, Diane, you're supposed to go, yeah. Liam Neeson's character knows that his wife is going to die, so they discuss who he's going to date right after.
Oh, I don't want to have that discussion. I just assume that you're going to go out and date again.
Well, if there's a kid involved, you want to make sure that, hey, if you're going to go and, bag some hoe, first of all, don't introduce that one to the kid.
Okay, well, wouldn't you assume,
make your
though,
wishes known.
Well, your wishes don't really matter. Wouldn't you assume?
Sure they do.
Not at all. Wouldn't you?
They do in a will.
Okay, well, so you're going to write in a will, Sky can't bang a hoe?
Maybe I will.
That'll never get approved. That'll never get approved.
They'll approve anything. It's your last will. You can write whatever you want.
No, but that's like, we just had this argument about wills. You're dead. Now it's somebody else's problem. So if Scott wants to go out and bang a hoe, he's going to go bang a hoe. Big deal. That has nothing to do with you.
But I'm talking about if it's going to be somebody, hey, hey, you know what? I'm fine. I'm just sign off at it. I'm fine if you do that. Don't want you go live your life after I'm gone. Whatever.
Yeah, sure. You wouldn't want that for Scott?
Yeah.
And you obviously think he's a smart enough guy that he's just not going to bring home 13 whores and have sex with them in front of Marley.
I know that, but if it's a death that you can see that is coming, I think that's a normal conversation to have.
No, I would be so annoyed.
To sign off on it.
No, I don't need you to sign off on it. I'm an adult. By the way, you're gone. Kiss my ass.
Very heartless.
No, don't you agree? You're not going to have that conversation with Lindsay.
Daniel was supposed to bring Claudia Schiffer to the funeral.
No, but you know what I mean? You're not having that conversation. Wouldn't you trust that Lindsay is going to go on and have a good rest of her life and be respectful in everything of the kids? Of course you do. Yeah. Or you wouldn't have married her to begin with.
But for the person...
So you don't need to tell her, don't go out and just bring some man-ho home. Of course not.
But if the person is surviving, it's probably nice for them to hear that,
I don't need your blessing. I'm going to live my life.
God, man, you're just pushing me into the grave. You are angry.
No, but why do I need your blessing? You're dead.
It's not unheard of for people to have that conversation.
Then you know what? I'll neck F you, but fine.
My favorite saying. Oh man, happy holidays. Hangovers. That is, neck F is one of the worst things.
I haven't used it in so long. It felt good.
Feels like yesterday.
All right, let me take a quick break. I'm going to get into something else. Because now everybody's feelings are getting raw. So let me do this. Let me take a quick break. We'll come back. It's Elliot in the morning.
Elliot in the morning.
Skiers, snowboarders, and... All right, let me ask you this. Does this sound good? And I can tell you... I can't tell you.
Where it is available, it's selling like crazy. They can't keep it in stock. But they refer to it as, hold on, what do they refer to it as? Oh, as far as Christmas sandwiches go, I don't even know what a Christmas sandwich is.
I don't think I've heard that term.
Is that like when they do
Sounds like something from the UK.
Is it a, no, but it is. But where they're selling this thing is in the United Kingdom. But like, is a Christmas sandwich, is that like when you get like Thanksgiving on a sandwich?
It also sounds like something that'd be on Urban Dictionary.
Oh, yes, it does. Anyway, they refer to it as a Christmas sandwich. Hey, Jones. And again, I'll tell you, I think it sounds horrible. Chocolate and cherry. Okay, Kaylee's in.
Chocolate-covered cherries.
Okay, it's a sandwich.
What kind of bread?
Let me read. The new chocolate and cherry sandwich hit shelves last week, just in time for the holidays, but they can't keep them in stock. The days of turkey and stuffing sandwiches, oh, there you go, could be on their way out, given the extraordinary response elicited by this curious combination. Hold on, I'm looking. The sandwich, oh, here we go. The sandwich is composed of chocolate and cherry
mascarpone?
Yes. What is that? Who?
It's like a cheese.
But chocolate cheese?
Yeah. That's the
it's
cherry.
Sweet.
It's kind of like a,
but I
it's
don't
kind
want
of like
cherry
cheesecake filling, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, now I'm in. That sounds better.
And you're like, oh.
Well, then just call it chocolate. So just call it chocolate cheesecake and cherry cheesecake sandwich.
On a sandwich.
Yeah, that sounds good. Now I'm in. But there's no way that's what it is. Because it looks like it's spread on like you would spread like a good thick peanut butter. It's placed on a slice of cinnamon bread. That sounds good. That may not be me. That may not be me.
Well, you always say you're not a sweet person.
No, I'm more into the savory. Those in search of a more conventional Christmas sandwich have other ideas. Oh, there's some people that are all over it.
But what's a more conventional Christmas sandwich?
Oh, they said turkey and stuffing.
That's it?
Yeah,
it makes it seem like more like there's like it's an umbrella.
Oh, well, that's the only other one they cite. But yeah, I would imagine like a Monte Cristo is a Christmas sandwich.
It is?
I think of it that way. It's got cranberry sauce on it.
No.
If it's got cranberries on it, it's holidays.
But if this can get released, my point is if this can be released as a Christmas sandwich...
Oh, then they'll do anything.
There's got to be other ones other than just...
Bananas and Nutella. Like now everything's going to be a Christmas sandwich. Would you eat that, though?
I like the sound of that.
What, Christmas sandwich?
Christmas sandwich. It's like Christmas secrets.
All right, well then, you know what? Yesterday when I got home from work, I had a bologna and cheese Christmas sandwich.
No, you just say Christmas sandwich because it makes it sound less disgusting.
Okay, but what kind of Christmas sandwich?
I don't care. You sound festive.
Does that sound good to you, though?
And a Happy New Year.
The chocolate and cherry? No, it doesn't, right?
Mm-mm.
I like cheesecake.
It's because it's the size. I know that you have a photo in front of you. Maybe as a small, little, tiny, single bite thing.
Right.
Cinnamon bread with chocolate and cherry.
That's like a dip.
I'd try it. But a whole
sandwich? That's
And it's like not just a half. It is
it's a whole sandwich. Yeah, they can't keep it in stock. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm sick. Yeah, people are like, the world has gone mad. Chocolate and cherry sandwiches? Right on. That just seems like way too much to me. Way too much.
What are the variations, though?
Chocolate and cherry, and then there's also a cherry and chocolate. What do you mean, what variation?
I didn't know if they had, like, different flavors.
I don't know.
Isn't that the
point?
Like
strawberry.
Oh, well, no, this is chocolate and cherry.
Yeah, they're saying this is not traditional enough.
This is it. Yeah.
Elliot is a Christmas sandwich purist.
Oh,
he
absolutely.
Likes bologna and cheese or whatever he said. I do like Thanksgiving sandwiches.
Oh, Thanksgiving sandwiches are the bomb.
Thanks, Kaylee.
By the way, you know what my kid put on a bagel yesterday?
Huh.
Ranch.
Oh, is like a spread?
Yeah, squirted the bottle of ranch right on the bagel. Oh, don't toast it.
That's gross.
Yeah, don't toast it. I want that to be good and like thick. Yeah, he told me at school they did like a Build-A-Bagel or something like that for lunch. I was like, sweet. He doesn't go to a yeshiva. But so I said, oh, what'd you put on it? Oh, ranch. And? Oh, that was it. I was like, oh, God. Where am I going, Kaylee? Line 2? By the way, are you in for the, are you in on the chocolate and cherry? Oh, really?
Yeah. Not on the
See, as
not
a
on
sandwich,
the sandwich.
it's too much.
No.
Kaylee's in. Are you also craving pretzels? No? Okay.
Period joke.
Oh, you got it. Oh, you got the joke. Gotcha. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Not much, dude. When you're talking about that mascarpone, that's basically what goes in cannolis. You know, like those Italian cannolis?
Oh, you're talking to the little mouse. Oh, that reminds me. We heard from Lorenzo Cugini. Did I get his jersey yet? Yeah, I know what a cannoli is, sure.
Yeah, that mascarpone is basically what is made of this chocolate. Mascarpone is what goes in cannoli. So
I couldn't have that. I couldn't have that. That's way too sweet.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
Like a
when
cannoli.
you said that, I was curious how they were going to do that, but I could imagine that being in like a cinnamon toasted cannoli with chocolate and cherry as a holiday sort of deal, but I don't know about a sandwich.
But even a small one, like I can't eat a big, massive cannoli.
Yeah, me either, man. I got to go with the little ones, dude.
Exactly.
Too much cream up in the...
Amen, bro. Amen. All right, dude. I'll talk to you later. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, man. Thanks, bro.
What is that?
So Donna writes, you need to get on board and watch the Great British Bake Off. I just made a Swiss roll last night. Now, isn't there...
Wait, what's a Swiss roll?
She sent a photo.
Oh, it's just red and white roll.
It's like a big candy cane.
Is that Donna's house? Right on. Goon Squad got a nice house. Get it?
It's a countertop.
Yeah, I know, but you could see there's stuff stacked up on it. Anyway, go ahead.
Sounds nice. I like the way she doesn't put things away.
Now.
No, it's fine.
Right. By the way, I don't like chocolate-covered cherries to begin with.
Well, there's no chocolate on this.
No, I don't know what Donna
What's
made.
in the middle?
A Swiss roll.
That's her finger. It's a clean finger. She cleaned it like Kreischer before he mixed our drinks. Right in the old mouth.
But we don't know what's in that.
No.
Okay.
Or maybe it's like a Yule log, but that has chocolate. We learned that earlier when you called it a Christmas.
I got to be honest.
log.
The only Yule log I know is all chocolate.
But the British Bake Off, isn't there a version of that? I'm sure you can get and see the British version, but isn't there an Americanized version coming to ABC?
Yeah.
After
They've been
Thanksgiving?
running spots about it like crazy.
What is it?
It's like a baking competition.
Yeah.
So is it like Top Chef for baking?
Well, those already exist.
Yeah.
But I think this is going to be on network television. I think they have a British personality hosting it.
Right.
She may be from the actual British version.
Oh, Julia Child.
But here is my question. Did they produce this, and now obviously they're airing it or going to air it, in place of the Great Christmas Light Fight? Is there no third year of that? Because then I can't get on board, Donna, with this. Because I like the Christmas Light Fight.
Wait, is the British Bake Off, is that a big show? Like, does that do well overseas?
Well, the idea clearly was stolen.
From Top Chef?
No, stolen to do something here. So you imagine it's doing well in other places.
I got to be honest, that sounds boring.
Great Holiday Baking Show, ABC Monday the 30th.
That sounds boring. Oh, we're going to make a pie. Woo!
Okay, well, that's every show that is on the
Top
Food
Chef is good.
on the Food Network.
Chopped is good. Chopped Junior is good.
No, I'm not talking. Not even.
Like, that's all fine. But wait, hold on. Let's watch while this cake rises.
What's the difference between that and somebody making something that's not baking?
Because, like, for the chefs, you mean? Like, because they're, like, making stuff up on the fly. With baking, you have to follow the same. You have a recipe. They don't just throw a bunch of crap in front of you. It's like, oh, I need this much sugar, this much flour. Like, baking is, anybody can do it. I can bake. Never done it, but I could.
I think your lack of attention to detail would ultimately screw you.
Then you got the showstopper where you got to make a gingerbread house. Try doing that on the fly.
I could do that. Don't you just use the?
I don't think you're allowed to come with the kit from Michael's.
No, but you just use the frosting as glue.
Diane has sold me. What time on the 30th? What time does that air? Diane?
10 o'clock.
I'm Central.
9.
Okay, 9. I'll set it at 9 p.m. Central Time.
Where am I going? Line 4? Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Is this me?
Yes, it is.
Hello. I just had like a little follow-up on the mascarpone. It's actually not that sweet. Like, they add it to cannolis, but you have to put like a crap load of sugar in there with it. So like by itself, it's kind of like almost like cream cheese, but not as, it's just a touch sweeter, but not that much. So it's not super sweet.
So does the sandwich sound good then? No, because you don't want that on bread.
Yeah, I don't think to me it doesn't sound good, and I like sweets, but like it just doesn't sound good.
No, because it's the bread. The bread makes it sound gross.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think it sounds good
now,
either.
Tell me the bread is made out of like graham crackers. Now you might get my attention.
Yeah, exactly. Then maybe we got something.
By the way, you know what I'm craving, and I don't even like it, but you know what I'm craving right now?
What?
Key lime pie.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't that sound good? I don't even like key lime pie, but that sounds good right now.
I'm not a big fan either, but there are times when it tastes fantastic.
Right, like right now. Like I just had a bunch of chips and French onion dip, so I feel like I'm ready for that.
Something sweet.
Do we have the song?
Wait, which one?
Here, while I'm looking for the song, read that headline.
The British Bake Off final gets biggest TV audience of the year. I don't get it. But the Brits are weird like that anyway.
What do you mean with their TV choices?
Yeah, that's what they watch. That had the biggest ratings of the year. Watching a bunch of people make a Swiss log or whatever Donna made.
Like this judge, Mary Berry, who I guess is very popular over there.
Oh.
And then Nia Vardalos is hosting.
Mary Berry. Who?
Nia Vardalos.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding. She's hosting the one here or in Britain?
Here.
Oh, I don't want that. Line 6. Hold tight. Hey, thank you, ma'am. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, Elliot, am I on?
Yeah, who's this?
Hey, this is Lisa.
Yeah.
So I've been watching the Great British Bake Off for probably, I don't know, like the last 6 weeks or so. And it's on PBS. And they actually, when they have the people come on there, the people that are hosting it, they're having them make their own recipe.
Yeah, it doesn't make it any better to me. You're still sitting there looking at a stove waiting for a cake to rise.
Well, they don't know what they're going to be making, so they did. I guess it's kind of on the fly, but they give them the recipe, they give them the ingredients, and some of them have made these things before, some of them haven't. But it's a lot more interesting than it sounds. It really is kind of cool. It's, of course, it's got British people, so who doesn't like to listen to their voice? But anyway.
Whatever. All right, but you what? But it did. It got the biggest TV ratings of all time in England, or of the season. All right, very good. I appreciate it. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, bye.
Bye. Talk to you later. All right, let me do this. Let me take a quick break. We'll come back. Diane's got some news. After that, I will give you a pair of tickets for Elliot in the Morning's holiday concert. Remember, you win those tickets, you go backstage, you get to meet Fall Out Boy. If you do need any information on that, any information on November Wham, any information on Garth Brooks, any information on Guar's New Year's Eve show, Facebook.com/EITM online.
Elliot in the Morning.
Fantastic. All right, Diane. Let's get into some news, please.
So it has been confirmed that the suspected ringleader in Friday's terrorist attacks in Paris was killed in yesterday's raids on that apartment building in Saint-Denis in a suburb north of Paris. France's lower house also approved a bill to extend that country's state of emergency by 3 months. Belgian authorities conducting more raids in Brussels today as they look for more accomplices. But again, that was the big breaking story that had come out not too long ago about how they had confirmed through DNA that the mastermind was killed in those attacks in Saint-Denis yesterday morning. 33 ISIS members so far killed by French and other military airstrikes in the last 72 hours by basic or various different forces. Uber is trying something new today, delivering $10 flu shots in some U.S. cities. I guess it was successful when they did it last year. So $10 between 11 and 3. A nurse administers your shot, and that actually covers a wellness pack that I believe will get you 10 flu shots. So you can pitch in and do it with your coworkers or family members.
So there's a nurse sitting in a car that they're just driving around from place to place?
Yeah.
Oh,
and then get a little goodie bag with it. Check out Uber Health, your options on your app to see if you're able to take part. People who drink more coffee may live longer, according to new research from Harvard.
Thank you.
Now, they did study non-smokers. I don't know if that has something to do with it.
Never mind.
You were all into the study. Among non-smokers, those who drink 3 to 5 cups of...
3 to 5 cups is nothing!
A day of regular or decaf. For the average person, that's a healthy amount.
God, that's weird to me. The fact that somebody would only drink 5 cups a day is weird to me.
Maybe the amount you drink counteracts the smoking.
That could be.
Or negates this
right.
positive effect completely.
Pretty much. But the people who had 3 to 5 cups, whether it be decaf, whether it be regular, were 15% less likely to die of any cause than those who didn't drink any coffee at all. So that covers everything from heart disease to diabetes, other neurological diseases.
Don't you hear 3 to 5, though? Don't you hear 3 to 5 and go like, ugh, how do you even get by? It's like the people like, oh, I limit myself to have 1 cup. Ugh,
I don't have more than 5.
You don't have more than 5 cups of coffee a day?
No. Absolutely not. And there are a lot of people who maybe have 1 or 2 that think
that's ridiculous.
That think 3 to 5 is like, Kaylee, are you a 1 to 2 person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
and mocha espresso doesn't even count for this.
No, but
how
that's
many
what I was
mocha
gonna say.
espressos does she need to drink to
drink
live a
the
longer
rest of that.
life?
You drink everything else in there. But like when you have one of those, whatever that, the mocha
espresso
thing, is that in place of one of the cups of coffee? Oh, yesterday only, and then tomorrow.
Wednesday, I treat myself.
Oh, hey, treat yourself. No, but you do hear that. Like somebody go, oh, I allow myself 1 cup of coffee a day?
Pretty much that travel mug on the way in the morning.
And that's it?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sometimes I might have one in the afternoon. This like stop for a Starbucks or something. Yeah.
Oh, this is fine. This machine's fine. Hey, Jones, this machine's fine. 3 to 5, you're barely getting going.
That's nothing for you.
No, that's on the way in.
20-minute.
Not talking about cigarettes.
No, that's 3.
2.
Oh.
2.
Oh, you're cutting back.
No, that's my routine.
Amazon coming out with early Black Friday deals, saying they're going to offer those deals starting tomorrow, so a full week ahead of schedule. Thanksgiving and Black Friday shoppers...
Just start doing them now. Just do your Black Friday deals. Treat it like wash. Start the Christmas music about 6 months early.
Why they're doing them tomorrow. Thanksgiving and Black Friday, you can access more deals of the day, and then they're going to throw in extra incentives for people who are Prime members. Lightning deals available only via their app. Prime members get access to deals about 30 minutes before they'll go on for the general public. You get a bunch of like gaming systems and, Fitbits or whatever and TVs.
By the way, Star Wars Battlefront is so good.
Did you play?
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic. They did a nice job with that.
Also, Hollywood expecting a $120 million weekend for the opening of the Hunger Games movie that starts with late night showings tonight. Yep. Jaguars hosting Thursday Night Football tonight, taking on the Titans. Keep in mind, security will be heightened tonight, so they're asking fans to arrive a little early to make the loading in a little bit easier. Silas Redd from the Redskins, the injured running back, suspended for the next 4 games for violating the substance abuse policy, but since he's injured and out for the season, he's not going to miss any games, but they will charge him for 4 game checks.
That hurts.
Yeah.
That hurts a lot.
Sam Bradford from the Eagles, MRI showed he had a separated shoulder after Sunday's game against the Dolphins, also diagnosed with a concussion, so he's going through the necessary steps. So he looks like to be out for this weekend's game against Tampa Bay. Mark Sanchez will get the start instead. 2-1 win for the Capitals over the Red Wings last night. They'll play the Dallas Stars at home against or at Verizon Center tonight.
And keep in mind, Ovechkin's still tied with Fedorov.
Oh, right.
For goals, so I didn't get one last night. So he'll get the next 2 shots at it are at home. So they're home tonight against the Dallas Stars. Dallas Stars, I'd have to look. They may have the best record in the league. Tonight's game should be fantastic.
Canadian.
And then Saturday night, they're home against the Avalanche. So hopefully at home, in one of the next two games, Ovi will pop one in and own the record.
The Canadians got Carey Price back at practice yesterday, but he appears to be unlikely to play this evening.
Correct. Maybe over the weekend, if not next week. My fantasy team could use that back. That'd be nice.
Dallas Keuchel and Jake Arrieta winning the Cy Young Awards yesterday. Everybody is expecting that Bryce Harper is a shoo-in to win the National League MVP. That award announced along with the American League winner later on today. The 76ers fell to Indiana 112-85 last night, so they are 0-12. They have not won a game yet this season. And the Rockets yesterday firing their head coach, Kevin McHale. That's a look at news and sports.
Kaylee. In Baltimore, you would or you would not go for a swim in the Inner Harbor today? Yeah. Currently, no. No. Have you seen the water wheel? Do you really? You're going to be able to swim in they say you're going to be able to swim in the Inner Harbor.
When?
Within 5 years. All because there's one machine that's just pulling all the trash out of it. Now, I don't know what they're going to do about the disease in it, but the trash is getting pulled out of it.
That's provided nobody else from here on out puts any more trash in the water.
Well, they're not inviting you to.
Right.
They're not inviting you to.
Well, they're saying, come on, we're doing it our part to clean.
It's nasty. It's nasty. I feel like that's very well known. Whether you're from Baltimore or not. Like the article that I saw about this was in Gizmodo. So they've put this machine inside the Inner Harbor. It's called the water wheel. It's been in for a year. Guess how many grocery bags it's picked up?
Oh, just grocery bags?
Just grocery bags.
In a year?
In a year.
My son's preschool teacher says he's good at games like this.
Oh, sweet.
How many apples are on the teacher's dress?
Oh, how many grocery bags have we pulled out of the Inner Harbor in a year?
In a year.
Now, let me be clear. This isn't all of them. This is just what's been pulled out in a year.
Okay. I'm going to say 5,000.
Diane.
10,000.
Tyler.
Well, are we too high?
No. I'll tell you if you get too high.
20,000.
Diane.
30?
Tyler.
40,000.
Diane.
50?
Tyler.
Oh my God.
100,000.
Bingo. Oh my God. Bingo. 100,000 grocery bags. 100,000 grocery bags.
I'm the only one that still takes them back occasionally.
The 100,000. Kaylee, does everybody in Baltimore just put their groceries away and then just throw them in the harbor? And let me be real clear. The article doesn't say they've pulled every grocery bag out of the harbor.
That's just what they've gotten to.
100,000. Anybody want to take a guess on styrofoam cups?
Is it higher?
Well, we're playing the game, Diane. Styrofoam cups, go.
All right. 30.
Tyler.
40.
Diane.
50.
We're going to be here a long time, Tyler.
200,000.
Diane.
What? 220.
Tyler.
300,000?
300,000.
Oh my God.
Ding, 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 ding. 300,000 styrofoam
really
cups.
Not funny at all.
You want another game?
Oh, cigarette butts.
Bingo. Go.
Oh, really?
Yes, go.
So wait a minute.
Cigarette butts. How many cigarette butts?
How many cups again?
300,000 styrofoam cups.
Okay.
I'm not counting plastic cups, solo cups. That's strictly styrofoam.
I'm going to say a million cigarette butts.
1 million cigarette butts. Tyler.
2 million.
Diane.
Jesus. 5?
Tyler.
10.
Lower.
7.
Lower.
6.
There you go.
Oh my God.
6. And again, let me be clear. The story isn't we've rid the harbor of every cigarette butt.
There's no more trash left.
You know what's awesome, though? Maybe that explains why there's no garbage cans on the street. Who needs that? You just throw everything in the harbor.
Put it in the water.
God, what do I do with all this excess stuff? Oh, just pull up, just dump it in.
Ah, crap, the dump's closed.
No,
just put it in the harbor.
Can I go to line 1? Hi, Elliot, in the morning.
Hi, is this me?
Yeah, hi, who's this?
This is Brian. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Hey, back in 2006, me and my family did an event called a Red Bull Flute Dog.
Yeah, what'd you call it? I helped judge that thing.
Yeah, I remember you. I was the one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
I know exactly absolutely. I remember exactly who you guys are. But
Yeah.
By the way, I thought it back then. I was like, who the F is jumping into the water?
Man, they made me get my tetanus shot before I jumped in that.
Did they really make everybody get shots?
Do you blame them?
That was one of the requirements. Man, it was so bad. Like, they talked about, like, how things could be floating around, and they had the jet skis that were picking you up. It was terrible. They, like, had so many procedures for it. And once we actually jumped in, there was, like, a hazmat truck that had, like, a rinse.
That's right. I do remember that now. I do remember that.
Yeah, it was great. We had to throw away all of our clothes. We didn't get them back, but they hooked us up with some nice Red Bull stuff.
All right, sign this release, and please keep your mouth closed when you go in the water.
There's no way. You couldn't go in there and just get water in your mouth. You'd die. You would die. Same thing. You can't open your eyes. But don't worry.
The water's terrible.
3 more years, you'll be swimming in it. Oh, God.
But the water's not just terrible because of...
Hey, thank you, dude.
Garbage.
No, it's poison.
Yeah. So
right now
what is the water wheel doing in terms of bacteria?
Well, I can't filter the water till I get all the garbage out of it.
So that is the plan?
I don't know. I just made that
Haley
part up.
seems like she knows.
Do you know the whole deal? I'm sorry, they're growing wildlife?
Is that like one of those big algae suckers?
What is she saying?
She said it's a living class. Wait, Kaylee, come here for a second. Come here. I don't know why you just don't use your microphone. It sounds like Diane grabbed the mic.
They have living classrooms that are plant life that grows to, I don't know. There's a whole process of it. They've got their roots underwater and it
Wait, hold
cleans
on.
it out.
I don't understand what you mean, like a living classroom.
It's called Baltimore's Living Classrooms. And
right.
It's people take field trips there. They have kids that work there.
Right. Oh, well, they throw all their cups right into the right into the harbor.
They move them around at times, but
the classrooms?
These plants that are in the water, they grow on top of the water.
Ugh.
Why don't you show that on Snapchat instead of your shoes?
Yeah, I guess I could.
Whoop. Sorry, I got some of that harbor water.
There's a lot of initiatives. It's really cool.
Are you going to go swimming in 3 years?
No. Probably not.
Why not? That's your town, bro.
They got to keep making progress. It is my town. I love it.
They are making progress. They got 6 million cigarette butts out of there.
The trash wheel's awesome. He's right next to Pier 6. They're putting googly eyes on him.
So it's a guy?
Follow him on Twitter. It's awesome.
Is it verified?
He had a Reddit AMA.
Oh, missed that one.
I didn't. I followed.
So what do they do with it? Like once the garbage comes out, where does it go?
I think Line 8's the guy that takes it away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. I thought it was just like it goes up the reel and then right back into the water right behind it.
On Earth Day, they took like tons and tons and tons of it away.
Oh. No, I mean, that's nice. That's good. Good for them. Line 8.
I hope that Fisher Stevens isn't tuning in early.
Why?
Just to
he would be happy.
Well, you're mocking the process.
No, I'm publicizing the process.
I
brought in an expert who knows how the living classrooms work. Line 8. Hi, Elliot, in the morning.
Elliot, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, who's this?
My name's Russ. I'm actually one of the guys who hauls the trash out of the harbor.
Dude, it sounds like so much trash is coming out of there.
Well, surprisingly, that trash that comes down that inlet is only coming out of the Jones Falls.
Right.
So no other trash in the harbor is being collected at that wheel. That is just what people are throwing down the storm drains that come down the Jones Falls.
Oh, my God. So what does the rest of the harbor look like?
Well, there's things in place now. They're trying to you put more wheels in place. There's several more discharges around the surrounding areas. Baltimore City and a lot of other partner groups that's involved are trying to come to a solution with that. Baltimore City has a program now separate from the trash wheel that goes around and picks the trash up, but it is definitely clear that the water wheel is doing more for the harbors than per se what that is.
Hey, let me ask you this: is there any chance that the harbor is going to be swimmable in the next couple of years?
They're saying. I don't necessarily think I'll be the first person in line to test that out, but I would say no.
There's no way.
Everyone that's involved.
There's no way. Yes. Like if I just forget like the not the flu talk thing where they had like hazmat suits and stuff. if I just went running and jumped into the harbor, like would my skin, like I'm getting sick. Somehow I'm getting something.
You would definitely walk away with something. If it's extra limbs when you come out, I'm not sure. But the water that's down there, it is nasty. I mean, it's real nasty. I mean, and not only from the trash that's coming down. I mean, you just think about what people put down the storm drains. I mean, it's like Baltimore City is like a walking trash can. They just shove stuff down the storm drains, and we ain't got to worry about it. But essentially, it comes out to the water wheel.
Yeah, well, there you go.
But once that comes down to Jones Falls, it goes to that to the trash wheel that's there, and then it goes into our dumpsters.
Right.
And then we haul the dumpsters out. Majority of it goes to the incinerator. Right now they have a program where we're trying to recycle as much of the stuff that's coming out of there as possible.
Right. So Peter, you're going to reuse those cups. Just rinse them out. That's what we used to do at the movie theater. We would just rinse them out and use them again. Hey, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Yes, Tyler.
This is from the Baltimore Business Journal.
Oh, yes.
The biggest problem...
Oh, who's the guy from the Washington Business Journal that you like? What is his name?
Oh, Jeff Claybaugh.
Yeah.
Douche. Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Money news in 10. The biggest problem preventing people from swimming and fishing in the harbor is the high level of fecal bacteria. It's hundreds of times higher than what is considered safe for human contact.
Hundreds of times higher.
Much of the bacteria pollution comes from sewer overflows and poor stormwater infrastructure. So that's not even... Clean the harbor all you want and set up these floating classrooms. And maybe one day we'll see that on Snapchat as Kaylee runs by. But this is infrastructure you're talking about. There's a lot more that needs to be changed.
So you'll never fix that. You're always going to have a lot of fecal matter.
Last year, the harbor scored an F.
You know how sometimes, like when you're on in a lake and your foot hits the bottom and it's like that gross feeling? Mm-hmm. Same thing in the harbor, but it's duty.
Last year, the harbor scored an F, down from a C- on the 2012 report.
Oy.
So no one who is alive today would swim in that water. Maybe several generations down the road if they get that all fixed.
Generations? Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe. But you're right. This is more than just pulling trash out of it and putting some algae in there.
Well, excessive nutrients and algae blooms are actually a problem.
How about the massive amount of fecal matter that's in the harbor?
That's the biggest problem.
Wait, so are there fish? Kaylee, there are? How many eyes?
Do you see people fishing in that water?
They do not.
Catch
That's
and release?
for like sport. They're not eating that. Yeah, but they don't eat that.
Well, that's the hope. The hope was by 2020, and the Baltimore Business Journal says that's not going to happen.
No kidding.
But the hope was that not only would it be swimmable, but also fishable. Yeah.
No way. Where was that? Where was the one fish? There was some nasty body of water around New York where that one guy,
eyes?
pulled the fish out with
Gowanus Canal or something.
Oh, the Gowanus Canal. Yeah, that would make sense. By the way, the Gowanus Canal, only a D. That tells you what the harbor is. Where am I going, Kaylee? What'd you say, line 5? Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Elliot, what's going on, man?
Hey, who's this?
This is Charlie from Baltimore.
Hey, what's up, Charlie?
Hey, got a great story about not me, but a bum from Baltimore. We were walking in the harbor, swimming in the inner harbor one year. It was like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years ago. We went to go downtown for something, and the tickets were sold out, so we decided to go on a day drinking trip, walk around Baltimore. and we walked down through the inner harbor, and here's this guy walking around in like these, raggedy black, skin tight jeans, asking us for money. Well, we told him we'd give him $20 to do a swan dive into the inner harbor. This guy rips off every bit of his clothes, and we hold the $20 out for him. He takes off running. As he jumps midair, pull it right back, and just take off running. There he is.
Okay, Dick, you can't do that. That's a dick move.
But it was so funny.
But we were drunk. We were
exactly.
drunk. We didn't know any better. Hi, Elliot in the morning.
Hey, Elliot.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so I know it's not the inner harbor, but I've swam in the Potomac like 3 or 4 times.
But isn't
they
that...
have those like marathon or not marathon triathlons where people do it, right?
Yeah, where they'll go in there. Well, they also do like the regatta races and stuff in the Potomac. That's where I don't like when the water comes off my oar, and I was yawning. It went right in my mouth, dude. But how nasty was that?
Well, when I was trying to kayak and flipping over in it, not that bad because you're out like close to the middle, But I was down in Old Town Alexandria one night with a handful of friends, and we had some libations, and decided that the best idea we could have would be to strip down into our boxers or bras and
that
panties,
is
whatever,
the best idea,
and jump right in. It was pretty nasty, to be honest. You didn't realize how nasty it was until we climbed out, and there's like S hanging on you and stuff.
But that, what that reminds me of, like when we did our cruise with ex-ambassadors.
Yep.
I remember at one point looking over the side thinking like, all right, listen, if all hell breaks loose, you just jump in and swim. And I remember looking at that water going, ooh. Well, Diane, if all hell breaks loose, you're going to jump and swim. But how nasty is that water? But you know what that is? Clear compared to what's going on in the harbor.
Yeah.
Only 6 million cigarette butts. But that's only in a year. It's not that bad. All right, let me do this. Let me take a quick break. When we come back, we will talk to Fisher Stevens. He's got a new movie called Racing Extinction. It will make its premiere December 2nd on the Discovery Channel. So give me one quick break. We'll come back. Fisher Stevens joins us next. Here. Now, like we've been mentioning, December 2nd will be the premiere on Discovery for Racing Extinction. Please say hello to Mr. Fisher Stevens. Fisher!
Hello, Elliot, Diane. How you guys?
I am doing well, sir. How are you?
I'm all right. I love that music. It's beautiful.
It should ring familiar. Of course it should. Hey, so I want to tell you, I know we don't have a ton of time. We've all gotten to see the movie. Dude, it's scary as hell, but man, is it good. That is fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, it is scary, but hopefully by the end you're inspired and you get involved, and we tried to make it a little sexy with the James Bond car and the projections at the end, but we're definitely laying out some pretty heavy facts in this film.
Yeah, how about that? There's been a handful of mass extinctions in the history of the planet, and we're essentially in the middle of one right now.
Yeah, it's sad, but true that we are in the middle of the 6th extinction called the Anthropocene. And Elizabeth Colbert, who won the Pulitzer Prize writing a book about it, who's in our film, explains it pretty well. But the fact is that by the year 2100, which is not that far away, we could lose 50% of all species on Earth at the rate we're going. That's the projected rate, unless we start changing, the way we live. And the other crazy fact is that right now we have 7.3 billion people on the planet, roughly.
Right.
But by 2050, which is in 15 years, we could have between 9.5 and 10 billion people on the planet. So how are we going to feed everyone, and how are we going to, everyone going to power their cars and power their homes? We have to make big changes. That's the bottom line.
And like the other thing is, and there's a couple of scenes in the movie, like some of the stuff is like badass. When you guys take like those cameras and you go undercover, like into that. What was the name of that that like fancy sushi place? Hump.
Yeah, the Hump. When we bust them for serving endangered whale.
Right.
Yeah. That was the beginning of the whole movie. Louis, we made this film before called The Cove.
Right.
And we were in L.A. for the Academy Awards, which we ended up, thank God, winning. And that week, Louis heard they were serving. He knew that there was something going on. And that's when he planned that whole heist in the sushi restaurant to prove that they were serving whale.
Right.
And that was the beginning of Racing Extinction of this film.
But I mean, you guys also take those hidden cameras. You take them into China, into Hong Kong. Dude, what's that Walmart joint that's essentially got every endangered species you would want?
It's horrifying what they sell. And I have to say that I've been in Chinatown in New York City, and a lot of that is being sold there as well. It's going on all over the world. I mean, we are killing 70 million sharks a year.
Right.
250,000 a day just for shark fin soup that tastes like caca. And we have to sharks, they lasted through other extinctions, and here man comes and man starts to kill them. And they've survived like asteroid. They survived the asteroid hitting the planet. They lived. And yet here we come. We are the asteroid, is a line in the film. So the idea is that, we all have our lives. We all have our children.
Sure.
We have to do our jobs, and we do. But the idea is to change the way that we think slowly, and start with one thing. Is the website that Paul Allen, co-founder of Microsoft, and owner of Seattle Seahawks, his company Vulcan has created this incredible website that goes along with the film that can get into much more depth about whatever it is that that you're interested in terms of trying to help and help save the planet, basically.
And you know what's Fisher? First of all, I don't know why, but I have such an obsession, or fascination is probably the better word, with whales. And when you guys are showing the blue whale and how it's the biggest creature that's ever lived on the planet, and you guys have the divers. By the way, total side note, those little propeller things that they have between their legs when they're like, oh, dude, that's awesome as hell.
Badass. Very scary, and I tried one, and I almost died. It was very difficult. It was very difficult. Very tough.
But like when they're down there and you see just the size of these big blue whales and just how beautiful they are. And again, I'm fascinated by that. Yeah. And then you think, and then comes the follow-up negative line. Yeah, we're driving them to extinction. They'll be gone soon.
They're really close to extinction, the blue whales, and that is because we're consuming so many goods that we're in the ship. They're in the shipping lanes,
right?
And the ships are just wiping them out. And the ships need to have some kind of sensor or something. We have to protect these creatures. They're the most beautiful. So the film shows. And by the way, that blue whale footage is very few people have ever been that close to a blue whale, and it's because of those scooters that were kind of made for this specific purpose of trying to keep up with the biggest creature on the planet.
Right.
And then we deal with the smallest creatures on the planet, which are plankton. And plankton came here they were on the planet before man, and basically plankton is what allows us to breathe. It helps us. It kind of is part of the ecosystem, and before plankton, man could not exist because we wouldn't be able to breathe the air. The plankton helps us breathe. So we're wiping the plankton out at an alarming rate. The plankton are dying because of the warmth and the change in temperature of the water, and because of toxins that are starting to go into our waterways. So man is doing a great job of, we have this beautiful planet. We live incredibly well. I mean, we're living much longer now. Life is much better in so many ways. But what's happening now is we're turning the other side, where because we're living so well, it's starting to kill us.
And the other thing that you guys point out in the movie, Fisher, is where you talk about all other previous mass extinctions. There's always been a big spike in carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
You guys point out we're at record levels. I mean, higher than they've ever been. And the other thing that was scary, when you showed them like digging into the ice or breaking through the ice, and that methane fireball that comes up.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, look, this to me, this is kind of the big this is the game changer, right? So methane and carbon were the causes, supposedly. These brilliant minds that study this say that is what was in all of the extinctions. There was a huge spike in methane and carbon. Now, obviously, all the world leaders are going to Paris to meet about trying to curb climate emissions. The idea was not to let the planet get warmer than 2.5 degrees Celsius. Well, we're beyond that.
Right.
So now it's trying to let's keep it at 3 degrees. So Obama and Xi from China and everybody's going to meet to try to curb our carbon emissions, which is going to be difficult. But Obama's got a good plan. I mean, it's the first time an American president is doing this. Bill Clinton tried, by the way.
Right.
I do want to give him props. But so we're going to try to keep, because if too much carbon goes in the air, the waters are already, we all know Greenland is melting and Antarctica is melting. Well, that means where is that melt going? It's going into the water. The water is then going to rise.
Right.
The rise in the water. The oceans are the drivers of climate. So we have to change the way we power everything. Because in like I said, we're going to have too many people on the planet. And beside that, we're just digging down. We're digging up all this carbon that's been laying in the planet for years. Now, the other big problem is methane. Methane is 21 times more toxic than carbon.
Right.
So everybody's going, oh, let's get natural gas. Natural gas is the clean fuel. Well, what's the problem with natural gas is the methane leakage, and methane is the worst. So while we frack, while we get natural gas, what's happening is the leakage from the natural gas, from getting the natural gas out, is all methane.
Right.
Not to mention the methane that's coming from the 1.5 billion cows, because every time a cow burps, every time a cow farts, every time a cow goes to the bathroom, that's massive amounts of methane coming out of an animal. And then the worst thing is, and I don't want to depress your audience, I'm so sorry, but these fires that we're having in Indonesia, which are caused to burn forests, burn beautiful forests to grow palm oil, these fires are burning peat, because what's under this is peat. Peat burnt is methane. So the amount of methane going into the air right now from these Indonesian fires, which really very few people are talking about, by the way, which right now is the greatest climate disaster in the world, Indonesia, the palm oil. So when we go out and we buy Hellman's mayonnaise or we buy, Crisco oil or what, I don't know. I don't want to bust on those brands because I'm not positive. But palm oil is in almost everything that we eat.
Right.
Buy. This palm oil is coming from leveling beautiful rainforests and these plantations. And we have to learn about what we're doing to the planet and what we're eating, and we have to stop these companies from doing what they're doing. And by the way, they're getting super rich.
Oh, sure. Yeah, of course. Hey,
super rich.
Real quick, you know what really hit home is when you guys are playing the sounds of I think it's out of Cornell where they have like that whole library of sounds, and you hear that one type of bird,
the oo, the Kauai oo,
and you hear the last chirp that it makes, and then you realize that's it. That entire species of bird gone. Yeah, that hits home. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that guy Chris Clark's a superhero. I mean, you have to be emotional in documentaries. If you're not emotional, there's no point. And that scene, I thank you for bringing that out. That is one of the most beautiful scenes I've ever been involved in, where they record the last male of a species singing for his female.
Right.
These are birds that mate for life. So he's had the same mate his whole life. She's dead. He's calling for her. She doesn't answer. And he is the last remaining bird of that species, and he died in 1987, and there's none left.
Yeah,
those birds
that's it.
Are gone.
That's it. And by the way, I could watch that scene where the guy takes the hook out of the manta ray. I could watch that 1,000 times over and over. Anyway, listen, I could talk to you forever. December 2nd will be the premiere. It's Racing Extinction. It'll be on Discovery on December the 2nd. Hey, Fisher Stevens, always nice talking to you. I appreciate the time, sir.
All right, I appreciate you promoting our film, and I look forward to speaking to you again.
You got it. Thank you very much to Fisher Stevens.
The reason we're laughing is because you said you could sound like that bird.
I was trying to.
Just like it.
Oh, I thought it was kicking in. No, that's a sitar. I'm pretty close. Actually, I did a lot of the animal sounds for the movie.
The film is so great.
Isn't it good, though?
Yeah.
I want to go, well, I mean, I'm not going to get close to a blue whale. I want to get close to a whale. I want to get close to a whale. That's my new thing. I want to get close to a polar bear. I need two things. Both of them will be gone soon, so what does it matter? But the
hurry up.
Don't you? But I'm the only one that has the fascination with whales.
The guy with the whale sounds when he's spinning the
different one
speaker.
Oh, we just got to turn it up faster.
He's almost like that engineer in New York you knew.
Oh, yes, he is.
Railroad. But they're beautiful sounds, and the whole world is singing and no one's listening.
Nobody can hear it, Diane. Nobody can hear it. Anyway, thank you very much, Fisher Stevens. Racing Extinction will be on Discovery. Also, as we get into dirt, thank you very much to The Common for coming in today. Marriott Hotel and Conference Center on University Boulevard East in College Park. The Common, collegepark.com. Modern take on traditional English public house, featuring contemporary American cuisine prepared with local and seasonal ingredients. Also, craft beers on tap, regional wines, cocktails created with local gin and rye. 6 televisions, large tables for groups, bistro seating, and intimate dinners as well. So thank you very much to The Common for coming in today. All right, Diane, we got to do some dirt. After that, I will give you your tickets, and you will go see Garth Brooks. So let's get into some dirt, please.
Jared Fogle is in a courtroom as we speak, pleading guilty to...
he's got nervous breath.
...to child porn and sex crime charges. Now it's up to the judge to decide how much time he will spend in prison. His lawyers are going closer to 5, while prosecutors want more like 12 and a half. But they said, I guess the judges decided to take a 10-minute recess before they start to hear from witnesses.
Right.
As she will formulate what she thinks is the best sentence for him. So that should be coming out, you would imagine, in the next couple of hours. TV tonight has the Jaguars and the Titans. For Thursday Night Football, you also get Elon Musk guest starring on Big Bang Theory tonight. Scandal, also Heroes Reborn, The Blacklist, How to Get Away with Murder, all new tonight. For primetime, they announced yesterday that The Soup is going to be ending on E.
Yeah, so that's gone. That had a good long run, though.
22 years. So Joel McHale's final episode airing on December 18th. It premiered as Talk Soup back in 1991. Then it was Greg Kinnear.
Right.
Before he got to be a big-name actor. John Henson, Hal Sparks, Aisha Tyler each had short runs hosting the show before McHale came in. Also, Alexandra Daddario, the actress that you may know from San Andreas, has gotten the lead role in that Baywatch movie that they're doing with The Rock and Zac Efron. They had been apparently doing a very specific search,
right,
when it comes to who they wanted to play the female lead. So she and The Rock worked together in San Andreas, so they think it's going to be a good fit for the two of them.
By the way, you know what you didn't mention yesterday in Dirt that I thought you would have mentioned? The gift that I sent to Gavin.
Oh, the ring?
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Well, they said it was because people were saying, well, why is he still wearing his wedding ring?
It's not a wedding ring.
It's not a wedding ring.
Not a wedding ring.
It was a gift from a male friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, because the other ring had a G and a G on it for Gavin and Gwen.
Yeah.
And I know he really liked that ring. He's had it on both times that he was in here. And I remember talking to him about it off air. And then, so I was like, you know what? He really liked that ring. So I had one engraved with just a G. And listen, I give him a lot of credit because he could have very easily have said, oh, this isn't my wedding ring. This is a ring May Elliot sent me. But I was like, you know what? This is just from here. So he got it. But they did say in all the tabloid reports that he got it from a male friend.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's weird to send another guy rings. Not at all.
As long as we're interrupting Dirt.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm enhancing it. I'm not really interrupting
I'm going to enhance it as well.
Oh, here we go.
This is from Daniel. Christmas Light Fight is back for Season 3.
Oh, damn.
And the December 7th episode will feature a house from Maryland.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding. Man, we are all over Dirt today.
Apparently, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner reportedly planning to spend the upcoming holidays
Way to ruin Christmas.
Together with their kids. I guess they're trying to figure it out logistically. She obviously wants to get along with him for the kids' sake. He's been in Boston doing a movie,
right?
But was back in L.A. last weekend trying to do a little family.
You know what their
time
kids are doing right now?
Kids.
Oh my God! You guys stop.
Go live your lives. We're fine. We're okay. We're fine with both of you guys.
Apparently, things not so great for Kate Beckinsale. Apparently, she and her husband are not together anymore. They got married in 2004. His name's Len Wiseman.
Right. She is hot.
But apparently...
She is, right?
They said that
she's
gorgeous.
One of those that never gets put up at the top of those lists and should be. She is fantastic.
But I guess... he has been spotted out with some
he's an idiot,
young hot thing,
whatever,
like some little thing in her 20s.
But that's what we always say it. We always say it. Show me the really hot girl, and I'll show you the guy that's bored of banging her.
Yep.
And you would think, who would ever get tired of her? Well, this guy did. Idiot.
She is one of those guests that I remind you to control yourself when she is on.
And I do.
You do.
And I do.
I said the same thing for Fisher Stevens.
I control my horny levels. I love Fisher Stevens. I really do.
The Tennessee woman who apparently was hiding a loaded gun inside of her when she was booked into jail last year, pleading guilty to several different criminal charges and is looking at several years in prison when she is sentenced later today. She looks kind of like the girl that would do that.
Yeah. By the way, that reminds me, have we heard from Lorenzo Cugini yet today?
I think so.
Damn it, Lorenzo.
What about T. Biggs? She's the one that reached out to him.
Yes, she did. She reached out
to
Lorenzo Cugini.
We don't know if she's friendly with him or if she just found him on Twitter.
No, the only thing I know is that she looks fantastic in a bikini.
The guitarist who wrote the song Eye of the Tiger for Survivor is suing Mike Huckabee and his presidential campaign over Huckabee's use of the song Eye of the Tiger when all that Kim Davis stuff was going on over the summer. Might be worthy for a Kiss fan for Christmas, the new Gene Simmons action doll that is able to actually spit blood. I guess, is this
that's awesome.
Is this a first? I'm surprised they've never done this before.
I mean, maybe they have, but I've never had one.
$70. It also comes with a little mini base, but I guess they said
not bad.
You can fill and refill his head with fake blood. Now, they do say you should use rubber gloves, and the blood can cause some permanent stains.
Whatever.
If you're going to be using it. Another magazine is going by the wayside. Condé Nast announcing that Details is going to be gone very soon.
That's 2 bad days. You went from FHM to Details.
After 33 years in publication. Apparently, Khloe Kardashian, when she is not fighting with people on Twitter, has contracted a staph infection while visiting Lamar Odom so often in the hospital. Josh Duggar being sued by a porn star who claims that she was assaulted by him in his hotel room after he propositioned her at a strip club in Philly back in March. Danica Dillon says that she was a featured performer at the Gold Club at the time.
Oh, sure.
Yep. He, by the way, currently in rehab after he admitted to cheating on his wife using Ashley Madison, and then also threw in there that he was addicted to porn.
Right.
But she would like a little financial compensation for that.
Hey, for new music out tomorrow, is the Enya record out tomorrow?
Yes.
Everybody says it's so good. So good. It's been 7 years. You know how many records she sold?
I would think it was longer than 7 years ago.
But 7 years was the last time she put something new out.
Okay, but her heyday was like mid-90s, yeah?
80 million records.
Wow.
They say she's one of the few people that can sell 80 million records and then walk down the street and no one know who the hell she is.
I mean, you can vaguely kind of remember what she looked like. I just remember...
She had dark hair.
Yeah, like dark reddish, shorter hair with like
I just remember
skin.
From the... don't know the name of that song. Sail Away?
Orinoco Flow.
Orinoco Flow, that's it.
Sail Away was the hook, though,
yeah.
Right? Sail
away, sail away.
You really are harmonizing well.
And then her nickname was Smooth Up Enya.
The 80 million mark, a lot of people be like, yeah, or like 79 million of those sold outside of the United States.
Oh, I don't know that.
26 million are domestic.
She sold 80 million records.
No, I know, but there are people who would be like, yeah, okay.
Oh,
so
yeah,
she
but
sold
those
a ton
are,
of records
people,
worldwide.
No, those are people that like to just fight with me no matter what
25
I say.
plus million were sold right here.
No, that's massive.
She's one of the world's best-selling artists. And like you mentioned, she's the one with the dark hair.
Yeah, nobody would know. If you were walking down the street.
I probably wouldn't know if I saw her.
If you yelled Smooth Up Enya, and unless she turned around, you would have no idea that it's her.
Is that Joan Jett? I think that's Joan Jett.
All right, call me right now. I have tickets for you to go see Garth Brooks. 866-2 Elliot. 866-235-5468. Garth Brooks tickets go on sale tomorrow morning. It's Garth and Trisher. They will be together at the Royal Farms Arena in Baltimore, January 29th and 30th. If you call me right now, I will give you a pair of tickets. 866-2-ELLIOT. 866-235-2-ELLIOT. 866-235-5468.
Now, Kaylee, this was a good Snapchat.
Hi, Elliot, good morning.
Elliot, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Who's this?
It's David.
David, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
Good. By the way, another good voice. Everybody's got good voices today.
Thank you.
David, I'm going to give you a pair of tickets. I'll send you to go see Garth Brooks in concert.
Awesome.
Yeah, that should be good. So listen, you hold tight 1 second for me.
All right.
Kaylee just has to get some info from you. Hold tight 1 second for me, please. And I will remind everybody, Garth Brooks tickets go on sale tomorrow morning through your usual Ticketmaster locations. 2 shows that will go on sale tomorrow. Both of them at the Royal Farms Arena, January 29th and 30th. You want to go see Garth Brooks, you can get your tickets but this time tomorrow. They'll already be on sale. Thanks again to Fisher Stevens for checking in this morning. His movie, which is goddamn good, Racing Extinction is the name of the movie. It will premiere December 2nd on Discovery. So thanks again to Fisher Stevens for checking in this morning. Also, thanks again to The Common for coming in. They are at the Marriott Hotel and Conference Center in College Park. It's thecommoncollegepark.com. Remember, make reservations now to dine at The Common during winter graduation weekend. Walking distance to Byrd Stadium for University of Maryland football games. Basketball fans get $12 all-you-can-eat wings 2 hours prior to tip-off for all Terps home basketball games. That's awesome. So again, thank you very much to the Common at the Marriott Hotel and Conference Center in College Park. Thank you guys very much for coming in. Tomorrow morning, start with guests. Tomorrow morning, Brian Posehn will be in the studio with us. So look forward to him coming in. Also tomorrow, $500. Elliot in the Morning's November Wham. So another $500 tomorrow. Also, another pair of tickets for Elliot in the Morning's holiday concert with Fall Out Boy, AWOL Nation, New Politics, Bastille, and the Struts. You win those, you go backstage, and you meet Fall Out Boy. And I'll also have more tickets for you to go see 21 Pilots. Yes,
a happier show.
Today was not unhappy.
Kenneth tweeted, "The dance is a fitting end to the most depressing show ever."
No, that wasn't at all. It was not depressing at all. I'll argue that all day.
There was just a tough story or two.
Hey, listen, I have a broken heart.
When the 6th extinction happens in full, I'm going to be like, it was one of those tough stories Elliot told on November 19th.
Surrounding Candyland.
2015.
All right, everybody have yourself a good, safe day. We will see everybody back here tomorrow. It's See You Soon.
The day is closed. Another day. It's gone from us. It's gone away. It'll be back tomorrow, though. We'll celebrate. Ho, 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 ho.